Hi.
Hola.
What's up? What is up, everybody? It's Wednesday night. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for Gaming Beyond the Box. And yeah, we're still here. YouTube has not banned us yet. So, shall we get into the topics?
I say we just stare
You-
deeply
you-
into each other's
guys-
eyes.
I mean, you guys feel like doing this show? I mean, or should we just sit here and tell dirty jokes to each other and make everybody
Dirty
watch?
jokes. Dirty jokes.
All the above.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's turn all the lights off and see who touches who.
Oh, we know who's
Fell
going to touch
into a
you first.
dirty puddle.
Yeah, we don't want to do all that. All right. Anyway, let me introduce everybody to the panelists. If you don't know who the panel members are, anyway, down at the bottom with the big, long, gigantic beard and the long hair, it is Dreadpool. What's happening, Dreadpool?
Not much. Just getting interviewed by my daughter here. She wants to know what we're doing. So
Hi, daughter.
We're
she's
making
supposed to be doing her
babies.
schoolwork. All
Hello,
right,
Mini Dread.
all right, go. So yeah, that's what it is. It's called parenting. And yes, I did something today. So yeah,
Dude, that was such a
What
joke.
did,
on
what
my
did you
part.
do? Like, you just rubbed your titties.
No, he cut his beard off.
you notice?
Oh my god!
He did cut it. Holy shit. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
dude. I thought that, I was just joking. I didn't know you
I-
ZZ
trimmed
Top is dead.
I had
You're
to
gonna
trim
need to
it.
take a better picture with lighting so I can see it better and post
Okay.
it. So,
Wait, you're talking about the
Or-
beard?
yeah,
You talking about the beard or his titties?
I mean,
Anyway,
sure.
Bearded
Dana,
titty.
Dana, thank you for the $5 super chat. Ready for an escape and enjoyment while smoking ribs and downloading COD Black Ops.
I
Well,
wouldn't.
dude, I don't know how. I hope your ribs come out well, but we'll definitely make sure to deliver some entertainment. So how's that?
I hope they come out better than Call of Duty Black Ops.
And to the top, above Dreadpool, we have Kratos' cousin, 3 times removed by marriage. What's happening, Bomber?
Not a whole lot, man. You know, just doing that work thing and trying to deal with kids while my wife works. So that's all. That's always fun. Right now, just having fun drinking right now. Just
Beer. What are you drinking?
it
Yeah,
is
me too.
it is Good People Pale Ale. It's a local brew here in Birmingham. So
I like a good pale ale.
it's so good.
I keep forgetting you're a hipster.
Not a fan.
I am not a
fan.
hipster. I just prefer craft beer than like.
You're a hipster,
Shit.
exactly.
He's gonna have a monkey tail beard.
I
for
It
prefer
tastes
craft
better.
beer. As
Oh,
well.
I am not
I
gonna-
will absolutely
That monkey tail
100%
beer,
own.
no, that is fake as shit. And if it's not, it's terrible. Terrible.
Terrible.
Don't do it. Anyway.
But it's all the rage with your people.
Not my people. Look, that came from the UK. I mean, look. I'm from Alabama. Ain't nobody. Well, I don't know. I can't say that. Yeah, a lot of crazy shit comes out of here.
I was gonna say that. I bet you find them.
All right, and then in the middle, the one lady crazy enough to join the podcast to begin with. Lady, what's going on?
What do you mean? What does that even mean?
Well,
Crazy.
we
Maybe
discovered
not.
You
Leo.
guys are very easy to be around.
We discovered Leo's not a female, even though we all thought he was.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought it was like I'm the only lady you guys would put up with. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know. Whatever. I'm fine. I'm drunk. I'm like
Did you-
6 drinks
did you
in.
think
I wondered where that was
Before
going.
that kind of
I
came
know.
out.
I was dude, lost track on that one altogether, dude.
Whatever. I'm a hipster. I'm with. I will own it though.
It's
The
not a
problem
lady.
is-
It's a man, baby.
Her
It's a
brain
man.
started down, and then it said beer.
So
It's a White Claw.
I just walked back in on fun with a hamster.
I have a new one. It's Michelob Ultra seltzers, organic seltzers. So
I have no idea what
How
that
do you-
means.
What? Organic? See, this is where this whole organic shit is just getting out of hand.
Yeah, exactly.
I took an organic shit earlier.
I don't know.
I really do
But
think they
it's
just slap
it's
that word on
exactly
anything.
20 calories less than my normal.
Isn't
seltzer.
all beer organic?
I mean, that's what I think.
Technically.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
'cause
isn't it just yeast and water?
no, they chase down beavers and get them to urinate in cans. So
Some
It's
damn good
completely
beaver.
Hey,
Wow,
be
beer.
careful. If you don't kill it quick enough, Wilmy will be there to cook it and eat it.
fuck you, Jordan.
Oh.
And then to the left, underneath me, the Alaska beer chucker, the man that's never met a beer he did not like. What's happening,
That's
Husk?
true. I only drink Busch Light because it's cheaper.
I was
Oh,
gonna say I thought you only like
So good.
Bush.
it tastes okay, but it's not my favorite by any
You got your Bush Spartan armor ready?
I'm working on it. I have till Halloween to figure the fuck out. So, hi, welcome to the show. We'll talk about some stuff and things.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's about
All
something.
of the
Stuff.
stuff and things.
Games,
Stuff
stuffing
and
things.
Those are things I excel at. The
stuffing things. I stuff things very well.
Stuffing things.
I think stuff well.
And to the top right, shaking his head with a hairdo that changes every week. The king of the dumpsters at Target. What's happening, Mr. Fork?
Someone
Another
put
much
his
glad to
product
be
in.
here. We I think we have one or two topics that we won't cover, but other than that, excited to be here, see where it goes, and see which one of us yanks the wheel left or right tonight.
All of us.
I mean,
Whoa.
I have $5 on
You
my
have a
phone.
good night.
First.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
You want to we got
you want to yank my?
I don't have anything to yank.
and in the middle we have
You have hair.
we have our Borderlands sperm thingy. What's happening, Leo?
Nothing much, man. Having a good night. Let's get this thing started.
I think we did about
Leo is always so short and sweet. Like, fuck you.
Short
Oh, I
and
hate
to
when it shows an outros. We couldn't tell. I don't see the point of them.
yeah, that's fair. And Cloud, fuck you for the $5 super chat. Y'all are weird looking.
And Xbox has no games.
Xbox. I got
gotcha.
no games.
Yeah, you forgot the Xbox has no games, Cloud.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
Cloud.
posted Xbox has got games only to find out that apparently it's not coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, I tore that down real quick.
No.
I was like, Cloud told me Xbox, no games, motherfucker.
It's so funny. I love it.
Well, lunch. Sorry you're stuck at work, dude. But
Oh, that does suck.
you can catch us in multiple places.
I'm more thinking he may have the wrong podcast. You said beautiful people.
He's
Well,
talking
yeah,
about ladies.
he apparently wasn't looking at you.
Beautiful people.
We're
He's
down
like, all I
to-
can do is listen. I can't watch.
We're down to only two beautiful beers.
Well, see, that's where
Damn it, ZZ Top.
that's where all of our other links come.
That
in.
wasn't ZZ Top.
Spotify and all that.
I'm
Dread.
almost about-
Top?
Dread got rid of this.
I'm about to like pull up some Marilyn Manson now.
Yeah, please do that. That way, Wilmy can get 5 more copyright bans in one stream.
And
I don't-
before we take off, we've got to get Clowns in here. Clowns, are
Take
you,
off. Wow, that was a
are-
quick show. Have a
are
good night,
you
everybody.
Hi.
I don't see.
That's all, folks.
And the man of
Clowns.
many words, clowns.
I don't see his.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
not
he's not-
mic'd up yet.
Yeah, I
He
don't
must
think
not be
Mike
mic'd up. He's trying to get it out of his vagina.
Clowns.
Oh,
Hello, I am Kermit the Frog.
I thought he was always Mike thanks to law.
Kermit the Frog here.
that's not good. All right. Well,
Channel
Anyway,
what
let's
you wanna
go.
Say to me.
So what's the first thing we want to talk about?
wait a minute, what is Clowns telling you, Fork? I think I'm picking up something. What's he saying to you?
Don't buy Chinese food at 1 a.m.
I want a gear.
That wasn't what I was hearing.
Oh,
Fuck Husk. The fucking vibrator gave me a yeast infection. What the hell?
I told
What you get for buying used.
Wash it.
That's what. Yeah. That's why. Yeah. That's why he.
That's
It's a
what.
prototype.
The GameStop of
Look,
Getting the
dildos.
trial size, right?
look, like all produce, wash the dildo and vibrator before you use it.
Exactly. We told everybody they are dishwasher friendly. So.
I recommend a very powerful bleach.
There are toy safe washes. You just have to buy them, or just use like a Dawn dish soap and like water dilution. Wash it.
Dilution.
Yeah, or
Dilution?
solution.
What's the dilution?
Or just use your mouth.
Diluting it and
God.
putting it
That's how you clean
solution.
everything.
Otter's like, yeah,
Wow.
just use your mouth. Okay.
Okay, I know you live in Alabama and you guys live to like 45 because of you use your mouth to clean everything.
65 actually.
Except their mouth, actually.
Suck the
Yeah.
chrome off a
I
trailer.
ain't got
hitch.
no teeth, but I can start a Harley.
All right.
I would like to see how that would work, actually.
That's me too.
Anyway, let's
There's a website for that.
That's some
jump into
power,
We have
like tongue
topics,
power.
guys.
Hey,
You
Fork,
guys
we
have
already went
topics.
left and right.
Yeah, no.
Thank you. All
Our
right,
first topic: how to suck a Harley on.
And down.
No, first topic. Let's go for it. Pick a topic. Let's talk about it.
Uh,
Let's act like we know what we're doing here somewhat. I mean, we got almost 15,000
I
subscribers.
just picture your Ford pulling
Act
that
like we
Price
know
is
what we're
Right
doing.
wheel with the numbers on it.
Battlefield 6 will be heavily influenced by Battlefield 3, and it's also coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
That means it's going to suck.
I don't remember playing Battlefield 3.
was the
so-
best one,
Battlefield
I
3
thought.
popular?
Yeah, it was like one
I
of the
played
most
Battlefield
popular
2,
Battlefields.
and then I don't think I played again until Battlefield 4. So
Because isn't Battlefield 3 the one with the subway?
Yeah,
Yes.
3 and 4 were both really. I mean, 3.
They were good.
I
And
prefer
that's what
3
they're
better
supposed
than
to play
those were
the
the
like
two
really
best.
high music. As soon as you load in, it's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's totally how I remember it too.
better than your fucking COD shit. That's
reading
for sure.
reading the articles, I don't get it because it talks about 128 player maps, but then it goes into detail about that the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will only support 32 versus 32 game mode maps. So are you going to have two separate game modes where if
Yeah.
you're not on next gen, then you can't do the 32?
Makes
That's what it
it
sounds
makes
like.
sense. I mean, it makes sense to.
I mean,
Split.
are there 128 people that own next gen consoles?
that doesn't make sense because like
Duh.
in what
It'll
the
be
hell's the name of that
crossplay.
biker
Oh,
game?
hey,
for PlayStation?
And there is a battle royale.
gone.
'Cause thank God we don't have enough of those.
so
Well,
you gotta outrun the Ring of Fire again.
Dude, it is what's happening now in any looter shooter or like that
Look,
style of game.
I'm
You're
not
gonna
sure
get a
what
battle
Ridley said, but
royale.
I'm pretty sure he said next topic. No?
Oh, oh, oh,
That-
oh,
no.
we're
All I
talking
heard was-
about the next topic. It's
So, I
battle
mean-
royale.
That was like a while ago.
I'm joking. I've played like 2 Battlefield games.
Hey,
in my
leave
entire
Hustle
life.
and he's catching
Well,
up.
I mean, I guess what I don't get is okay. So you're gonna have two different play modes because one can support up to larger maps and do 128 players, and that's only for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation and Xbox One or Xbox Series X. But it doesn't say that. The next part of the article says PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will only support up to 32 and have not as big of destruction or graphical downgrades. So
Okay.
I guess my thing is, so you're going to be going into a map, and I guess you could either have the 128 like a Warzone type thing, or you can go into 32 versus 32. But I don't
Right.
know. I mean, to me, yeah, that sounds kind of cool and everything. But with a lot of the issues that we've had so far this year with things running at different graphical, like Cyberpunk and a couple other games, I mean, I don't know. I just wonder how well it's going to run.
It's the CPU that can't handle the extra players, so they limited the players.
Well, yeah, CPU
For
and the
the one.
GPU of handling all the players and the explosions and everything. So I get
It'd be-
that.
Yeah.
Just
It'd be funny
I mean,
to get in the game and see only like one other person. Hey guys.
But I guess what I do wonder is if you have graphical downgrades when you're playing on a Xbox One, would you have an advantage over someone on Xbox Series X? Almost like PC players can have an advantage because they can bring all the graphics down to where there's no bushes or anything that you are hiding behind. Like it won't be as detailed.
I mean, I doubt it's going to be like put it on super low settings where
no,
you can
not
see
not
through
super
bushes,
low,
but,
but I mean,
like
it makes me
it's
wonder.
going to bring it down. They're going to, you're not going to have all those, texture packs. You're not going to have all that extra stuff, which is what it is. They need a bigger player base. Next gen is not going to have enough
I mean,
by this fall. So.
I'll be
It could
honest.
be-
The last Battlefield 1, I played a little bit. I don't play these games a lot, but I played more COD 10 times more than I played Battlefield 1.
Oh, I
Oh,
did.
Battlefield 1 is
There's a reason.
yeah, I mean, if they're going back to Battlefield 3, that was like one of their top multiplayer battlefields they've had in a long
Well,
time.
yeah.
And then
I didn't
4
play
came out,
one,
it was
but-
pretty huge, but it still was a little bit of a letdown compared to 3. And then they just shot it all to hell. When
I
they
liked
back-
1.
The best thing
The-
about
whatever
Battlefield is
that
being
recent
able to
one, is
destroy
that the one?
anything.
See,
Like, there's some
wish,
bitches
that
there.
was
Let me
bad
fuck
company.
that wall up.
yeah, I wish
Yeah,
they would
that's
go
what
to
we
like a
want.
bad company type atmosphere where
Yes.
it's still Battlefield. But I mean, I remember someone trying to take over a control point, and I was like, "Fuck it!" So me and my team laid C4 all the way around the building that had the control point, blew it up, and killed everybody inside.
What was that
That's what I wanted
fast-paced
to do.
one they made? Smaller maps. It was
Rush, where you constantly you went up the map quicker, if I remember right.
Yeah,
It wasn't
that's
Conquest.
right.
I
I like the
remember
big maps.
hauling ass in vehicles. Like there were all kinds of crazy game modes. I actually had fun with that, and it flopped.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. See, like they're talking about it's not going to have Firestorm, which I didn't play Firestorm. I watched it. I didn't think it was that great. But to me, I I wish they'd go back to a Bad Company too. Bad Company, those were great.
Bad
games.
Company were great. Yeah.
Yeah, there was rumors of a Bad Company, but we've just.
But
never
I
seen
think 3, if they're bringing back 3, I think that's just there on par. Like, I mean, I just think that's a great fucking thing if they want to reach down and like bring that back. And if Dice is, I mean, if Dice doesn't fuck it up, it is what it is. But I mean, what game has Dice come out with in the past fucking 5 years that hasn't been?
Well, I mean, they don't have to focus on Star Wars games anymore, so
Well, that's
now
not true.
EA can focus on Battlefield.
That doesn't
That's,
mean that EA
that's not
lost.
true. That's not true. EA is still making games. They've already said they're making Star Wars games.
Well, yeah, they're finishing off the
Yeah.
games they have, but go, Wilmy.
Nano, thank you for the 499 super chat. How about for a topic? Gaming Beyond the Box Nation being the only podcast with factual information first on the Lucasfilms partnering with Xbox. Nano, you don't forget, do you, buddy?
He definitely does not.
Like an elephant.
Never forgets.
Nano, forgot with
Yeah,
receipts.
see, we spit out a lot of facts here. Most people don't catch it. See, like Fork's prediction on Microsoft buying Discord. You just haven't heard about it yet.
Just
Just
wait.
wait.
It's coming.
But it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. But I mean, I guess this isn't coming till holiday 2021, which my guess, calling it now, it will be March 2022.
Yeah, probably.
Things take time, like a lot of time. I mean, you saw how long it took me to get that damn Elvis vibrator functional enough to not kill someone. So
I don't know
And
if it's
then-
functional because I don't. According to Bob, some of the emails back, people are getting shocked, not killed, but shocked.
Well,
Well,
it's
it's-
not
Some of them
Isn't that a
bank code for it,
function?
too,
I
right?
guarantee you, it's
I
because
thought
of
that was
people
the- I thought
before
You
that
know
me.
was-
what? I actually
There's
have a
one of
story.
them. That's it.
Never
Everybody
Oh,
has
God.
to share. Like,
sharing's caring.
obviously,
Story
someone
time
wasn't
with lady.
taking care of it.
Look,
And
all I know is
beat the
Bob
fuck
told
out
me
of
that
it.
apparently some people are getting shocked, and I told Bob to tell them, well, you should be shocked. It's an Elvis vibrator.
Yeah, but go
Yeah.
go ahead, lady. You had a story. Let's hear this.
Oh, I don't think anybody really wants to hear that.
Oh no, let's hear it.
Have you listened to this podcast before?
You open your mouth. We're here for lady
Okay,
share
So
time.
listen.
Are you
So
the one that
you guys know what a Hitachi is, like you plug it into the wall. It's a plug-in vibrator. Like you plug it in, so it's like extra hardcore.
Yeah.
Extra power.
You
It's
know,
extra
honey,
power.
if we had
Okay,
a one
so
horsepower
my
engine. on it-
dog
It's over
chewed through
9,000.
the wire of it.
Oh,
Like chewed through it to where like I was like, oh no, is this usable? So I figured I would try it out.
Yes.
Anyways, it
was
wasn't
it a
usable.
shocking
And
experience?
But I
now,
didn't
and now
figure
she's
it
a
out until, like-
superhero and she has lightning out of her fingers.
Yeah.
Her hands vibrated a very.
Yeah, sweetie. Can you put that alligator clamp on my left toe and the other one on my right nipple, and now plug it up to the wall? Yeah, it'll work fine.
Exactly.
I'm here to
Exactly
stalk
how
you,
it
evil
sounds.
person.
Just wire it straight to the breaker.
Yeah. Make sure it's that fixed clamp. I don't do anything less than that.
You know, I had a Dalmatian that loved to chew on cords when they were plugged in.
It-
If they weren't plugged in,
Oh,
she wouldn't chew them
Time
up.
for his vibrator.
Mine was a Datsun, a mini Datsun, like a mini
So
wiener
how
dog.
long did that dog do that before it stopped?
Wait, they make
Oh,
mini
until the day it
dachshunds?
died. He kept on
They
going.
do. They do.
Aren't
Well,
they small
don't
enough
make
as
them,
is?
they just come out.
They are already small, but they get smaller. Yeah.
Oh,
Good grief.
Alrighty,
Well,
so
which direction was that? Was that right or left?
That was
I think it's
left.
right.
Okay.
I thought we went down.
Valve leaker claims to have a lot of information on Fallout New Vegas 2, which didn't a new mod drop this week on Fallout New Vegas?
Yep,
It's supposed
Fallout
to add
New
like
Vegas Frontier.
several hundred hours of
It's
playtime
so
or something.
cool.
Isn't Fallout New Vegas like 10 years old?
Yeah, but it looks so
It's-
good.
Fallout New
Cool,
Vegas
but
is probably my favorite Fallout. Like, but it's up there with 3, but 3 is just below it. But
Actually, I think that would get Wilmy to play it because it's kind of got like a COD flavor to it.
New Vegas is so good.
I never.
Basically,
played.
you go to was it Georgia, I think, or Maryland? It's like when you go to
I don't know
join
what
the
you're talking
Brotherhood in a way, but it's not the Brotherhood. They're like their
about. Are
own
you talking
like.
about Fallout 4?
I don't know what he's talking
Well,
about. He's
You
rambling.
technically join the Brotherhood in like all the Fallout games.
I think he's talking
Yeah,
about
I know.
X-Men
But if you're going, like, I mean,
Like you go to a different map completely. With,
in one of
Frontier.
the DLC shit.
Yeah, like the whole like it's an entirely different map.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it's just like a rebuilt version of the old map since game's really old. But damn, like the gunplay and everything is so much better.
I wish I have lady read that one.
You win. You win.
Nano, thank you for the chat. We're playing at 120 FPS, lady playing at 240 volts.
Dude, nothing's been able to match it since.
I expected that from either Nano or Wise Old Gamer.
Oh, that was good.
Oh my gosh.
I
You guys
wasn't
are
going to
funny.
say a word. I was waiting for somebody in the chat to say something, and Nano got it. So,
You know, Nano ain't gonna miss that shit.
nope, he nailed that one.
So,
Great.
I mean, I played a little bit of Fallout New Vegas. I thought it was all right.
Me too.
Not a huge single player. Yeah, shut up, Leo.
I didn't play.
Leo's probably got several thousand hours in it. So I
You
mean,
can't prove it.
I'm not shocked that a second one's coming out. I mean, someone made a freaking mod that's supposed to be what, Leo, 2 to 3 times bigger than what the damn game is.
But who is
They
making
did that with Skyrim too, and in Fallout 4, they're remaking all of Fallout 3.
Why?
But
Because
Okay.
mods.
People love those games, Wilmy. It's just how it is.
I mean,
so
they
the
they
funny
haven't
part is
said.
been
people are
modded
listening
since the
to
day
a
it was
Valve employee from a game that they don't do anything with. So
I do wonder
Like-
how mods are going to work once Bethesda goes under the Microsoft banner. Like, will they keep them, or will they just be the creation store?
Well, see, I don't know because it talks about Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda and Obsidian and whatnot. That the New Vegas studio that made New Vegas is currently working on Grounded and Avowed.
I bet Bethesda.
So and reported the sequel to Outer Worlds. So I mean, you have 3 games they're working on right now. So that means Fallout 2 is probably years out.
Oh,
Or
yeah, it's like the Xbox Series X2.
this will be on the PlayStation 8.
Bethesda does
Xbox
not like
Series.
New Vegas
What are you
at
talking
all.
about? We're on the Dreamcast 5 right now.
Yeah, exactly. And
Oh,
Shane, thank you for the $2 super chat. Can't stay up, guys. Just wanted to show my support. Well, thank you, Shane,
Man,
and get
thank
some
you, man.
sleep. Sleep is definitely something you
Good.
have to have. It's sad, but being gamers, it's not
Tends to
always
help.
the easiest thing you get, but you do have to try to squeeze in sometime.
True.
Bless you.
Oh,
Man, it's bad when I
actually,
go when I
they
go to work
released
now.
a cool mod for Skyrim on the PlayStation 5 too, where you can play in 60 frames.
Is that
That's
the only game you can play in 60 frames?
Console wise, yes. It's just
I
a
never
little mod
fucked with
that
the
boosts
mods
the
and shit.
frame.
Like that was never my thing. It was just, but I
Well,
love Skyrim.
Well,
I
they've
love
been doing
You can
Fallout.
mods
take
for
Skyrim-
Elder Scrolls since the first
Yeah.
one.
Play
I
it
mean, you
on
can-
PC and download some mods and make it look like it's a brand new fucking
Yeah.
game.
Well, you can also
Just
download
from
mods on the
texture
Xbox
You can
now
also
for
like
Skyrim.
make everything into cheese wheels.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Thing
Well,
is,
the only
Skyrim-
downfall of that is you can make it look like a brand new game, but it's still the same game you've been playing for 10 years.
Yeah,
see, that's
Actually,
I
they
bought
changed that up
like
too.
enhanced, like I bought Skyrim, like
there's some old lady
Yeah,
on
but-
Twitter that's got like 8,000 hours in that game.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Skyrim Grandma?
Grandma
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah. I follow her.
Yeah, I
But-
follow her. I mean, I
I'm
find it
gonna get her
interesting.
on the
when-
creator feature someday. She just doesn't know it yet.
yeah,
Like a
Skyrim's
lot
not
of
the
those
first
huge
one to do
mods, they
mods.
have all new ways of playing the game. Like
You can see
Quest,
by the look on Fork's face.
new NPCs.
He's
I
wanting to get
know.
grandma somewhere else besides
I
on the
know
creator feature.
Yeah, Skyrim's not the first one to do mods on, other than
Everyone
on
needs
console.
love, Wilmy.
I was doing StarCraft with Marvel characters back in the day, the original StarCraft.
I mean, okay, let's be honest.
Why didn't?
How many times can you play Skyrim and change it? I mean, it's still Skyrim. No matter how many mods you download, it's still Skyrim.
Oh,
have
let's
you ever
see.
played Stardew Valley?
Oh, why
Depends
do
on
people
how
keep
well you
playing
are
World
at
of
the
Warcraft? It's still World of Warcraft. No matter how many dungeons they add to it, it's still the same.
You
game.
shut your whore mouth.
Thank you, Bomber.
I mean,
Bomber
I love
dropped
World of
the
Warcraft,
Warcraft
but it's
win.
the truth. It's just like
Just
Call of
because
Duty.
you don't like Fallout or Skyrim.
I mean,
Yeah, it's just
the
like
way
Call of
they
Duty. I mean, it's the same
areas
damn
where
game. You're
the
shooting
mods
people.
are- you could now have a lightsaber instead of an
That's
axe.
like me
It's
saying, how can you play Halo all the damn time? Or
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing.
Gears
Absolutely,
or-
because it's a
Mario.
slow shooter. It's certain
Did
games.
somebody just say Mario?
Somebody
That's
did.
a different
I
job.
heard Dredd
every
say
time.
Mario.
I said Mario.
Look, one day we're going to find out that Princess Peach is not getting captured. She just really wants to get a gangbang going on with Koopa.
Well, dude, that's already happened with Luigi.
That's Daisy.
Whatever.
What about Princess
Daisy's the
Daisy.
whore.
Look, all I know is someone already took Princess Peach's peach.
It hadn't been a peach from years. So
I was going to say it's like a grapefruit.
8,000 hours of masturbation.
That's
Oh
all.
my God, were we supposed to be timing it?
I'm more shocked that you timed it.
Is that,
You go that long, man? That's a long time.
That's how many blisters he's got on his hands.
Yeah, no
Let's
shit.
see, it takes
And on
me
his dick at
a minute and a
8,000 hours.
half,
Holy
right?
shit balls.
divided by 8,000.
I just want to know how many of those was with the Elvis vibrator.
True.
At least a couple, because I know somebody sent it to him.
I
after
mean,
they
come
were
on,
done.
man.
Dude, I'm
Okay,
I'm
masturbating
like,
at 1.5.
1 minute and 30 seconds.
Oh.
I'm good to go.
Okay,
That's an easy answer right there.
okay, hold on. 8,000 times. You obviously you're doing something wrong, Noof, because at a minute and a half to masturbate and get done, one time a day is only 14 years of masturbation. So I'm 40.
Right.
Math right now on
So-
this show.
Anyway,
So there's about 80 trillion.
Why are we going
12 hours
into
for
algebra
four.
and shit?
It's 12.
Master.
We got a super chat.
No, I don't know that, right?
And thank you, Eternal, for the $5 super chat. Good evening, everyone on the panel. Showing my support to the channel. How many mods for Elder Scrolls Online have?
0.
That's a good question.
yeah, they have 0.
Oh, they have zero.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
I'm at 20,000 hours of masturbation. Just rough estimate.
I didn't
That's-
get one.
Dude, that's just from last week.
That's just like last week. dude.
I mean, let's be realistic, okay?
Truth is, Fork
But-
has one of those watches that stops time, so we really don't have an accurate guesstimate.
Look, I have literally walked 10,000 miles in one day.
I have what?
That's because never mind. We're not touching that one.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Husk is ready to dive in on it, and I'm not going to let him. And the guy, look, you know, an alcoholic when you look at this. The dude is holding a beer can without hands.
Are we talking shower? Or are we talking? I can do
No,
that.
no. Can you drink it that way though?
Yeah, keep it in your
We'll
mouth.
find out next beer.
I
All
can't,
right.
do I can't do that one.
I
How
tried.
about a topic most of us can really relate to?
Let's do it. What's that topic?
Man who wasted youth playing video games vows to waste old age playing video games.
Fucking
So,
love it.
I mean,
Fucking
if you wasted your youth playing video games, now you're going to waste adulthood. Aren't you just a gamer?
Yep, basically.
I mean,
Cloud's
I,
going after
I
you
don't,
for it.
I don't dye my hair white to make it look different. Okay, it's actually that color. But a man in Boston resolving to himself that things in his life will be exactly the same as they used to be from now on. Local man Kellen McCall said he vowed to waste his old age playing video games exactly the way he did when he was younger.
That's fucking right, yo.
You know what?
And-
That's
Get at it,
good for him.
man.
Did anybody
There's
catch?
actually a lot of old games.
I
out
spent like my summers and like when I was 14, 13, probably 15. Like that's what I did. It was books and video games. That was it. Like I didn't fucking have friends. I was just that was what I did. And then when I turned 16 and I discovered
Drugs,
Porn.
penises.
both of those things.
So,
Drugs on penises.
so
Drugs on penis.
his wife is upset about it, but it's also just like you do realize he's probably in GTA fucking somebody, like picking up hookers left and right.
Funny part, Mr. McCall's wife, Linda, says she's discouraged that this is the kind of quarter life crisis that he's having. Quarter life crisis?
I mean,
a Corvette.
She goes
Fuck
on
you,
to say,
Linda. We're getting an Xbox Series X.
yeah, she goes on to say, I'm just praying he'll eventually develop some arthritis so that we have to sell it all. I'm like, isn't that fucked up? Like, hey, I know you like this, but I hope you just fucking can't do anything.
Well, here's the irony of this, though. Why couldn't he have just bought a sports car like any other guy who's afraid of all his new gray hairs?
Exactly.
Linda, honey, if you're watching, because maybe we're lucky and your husband's watching this podcast, shut the fuck up. You know what? It's a lot cheaper to buy video games than it is a Corvette.
Wait. She hurt her foot on a loose Game Boy Advance cartridge laying in the middle of the living room carpet.
How do you
How
hurt
did you?
yourself?
Those aren't that big.
No, they're very
Those things are
small.
dinky as hell.
How the hell did you? I think you just were like walking along and arthritis or something kicked in your hip, and you're like, my hip.
I don't
Hurt
get it.
your foot on a loose
Dude,
Game Boy
yeah,
Advance
I agree,
cartridge.
Chisno. At least he's not out at the bar like just
Exactly. At least
fucking
he's not.
hussies.
At least
Look,
he's not
there-
cheating
yeah.
on her.
Maybe
There are
she
worse
wants him
things.
out of the house.
I mean, you
He's
can
gonna have
find
that car
out.
to drive around.
You
Hey,
can find
man,
out that he's a
Yoo-hoo,
closet
real
PlayStation
hoes.
fan.
She should be thankful he hasn't traded her in on a new console yet.
This
with
one's
with better ports.
This one's got new attachments, and it lets me use the second
Smaller one,
port.
right?
And it knows how to shut the fuck up.
And Chris,
Stop complaining about my gaming habits. Fucking Linda.
Chris, thank you for the $5 super chat. Can we do money squares on how many times Huss pisses tonight, dude?
He actually
They're,
hasn't pissed yet from what I've seen.
he's only went twice, and we've been live 30 minutes.
Guys, we're 30 minutes in and it's going great.
'Cause technically, I peed right before we went
Right
live.
before.
So
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't
we're
count.
only 34 minutes in. I figure at least 2 more times.
At least
you
you
have-
had.
He's going off shit. They brought it up. They brought it up.
You
Don't
have
think
the
about it.
bladder
Don't
the
think
size
it-
of a pregnant woman.
Well, I've been working on like stretching out, holding my piss longer, but I also don't want to damage my prostate.
It
So
doesn't work that
you know,
way.
gotta find
You're
the
stretching it
happy
out.
medium.
You can't damage your prostate that way, bro.
By holding your piss in.
No.
I just
And it
assumed-
does not
Jim
stretch your
Carrey said it
bladder.
in the movie.
By the
once.
way,
Are you
since we're
pissing up
talking
the
about
ass?
prostate, just for prostate health, having sex once every other day can lower your chance of prostate cancer by 50%.
Oh, just masturbate daily. You're cool.
That's why you're
Or that.
Interesting.
You could do it. I was going to say, or you could just do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say yanking
Even
the old
better-
noodle.
Even
works out a
better
little
if
better.
you stick your finger up your butt and actually stimulate it and then masturbate because that gives you a chance of prostate.
No, I tried that and I didn't tie a string on it. I had to go to the ER.
Why'd your finger? What?
Well, it ended up being my entire fist.
The person that always says tie a string on it, even
like
on
if you
Twitter,
really want to
didn't tie a
delay
string.
that cancer, you actually have to play with it.
It started one finger, then ended up 2. Then before I know it, my mouth was trying to like suck my hand up, eat it. It is bad.
He was like so far. Did I say 2? Better make it 3.
Oh my
Better
god!
make it 3.
Why'd the beer
Oh,
bottle
that
across the road to get to the hospital where Fork has to remove it?
Well,
This
we did not
clown's
go
even
to
here.
Somebody's ask. They don't
Is that
listen
guy
to you.
alive?
Nobody
Is he
listens to you.
All right, so the old dude.
Clowns, are you alive yet?
I mean,
Nope.
to be totally honest, if the guy's happy playing video games, be happy that he's doing something that he enjoys. Or hey, why don't you ask, hey, sweetie, is there a game we could play together, Karen?
He could play that VR game, that sexual VR game, and then she can like get on him, and at least she'll get something out of it. Just saying.
This is totally realistic. Oh my god!
Right? Hey, just saying. He won't know, but until he's like, "Holy crap, this is best."
Wow,
game in the
those
world."
titties sagged real quick.
Oh, we got a Husk fanboy.
And Dana, thank you for the $2 super chat. Work through it, Corn Husker Husk. You rock.
You
He,
rock,
he,
baby.
he messaged you
Dana
to say
loves
that.
us. And
How many
I'll wait.
husks could a corn husk if a corn husk could husk?
Good
corn?
husks.
His ass.
But corn huskers do hustle. Corn.
Isn't that just a football term?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Iowa has
Yeah.
way more corn than we do.
That's true. A lot more corn.
We're about beef. Like the awesome
Beef.
steaks you guys eat,
Of course, you're about beef.
they come from
I
Nebraska.
don't eat
I'm
steak,
just
thank
saying.
you.
You're all about the beef.
Yes.
He likes that.
I like my beef.
Alrighty,
Like it.
I think Leo
Well,
should be the Resident
That's what's
Evil
for
artist.
dinner.
AP
Mom,
says
are you
his
still on your
grandma's
first
listening.
beer?
My
Oh,
God, guys,
okay.
my grandma.
All the
is
more
listening.
props to her.
I mean, if she's listening to us, I'm kind of excited the fact that she's listening to us.
And I apologize in advance, AP.
She's like, I had one of those.
I don't apologize
Dark,
at
you
all.
threw it
I
too.
think we should let Leo do the Resident Evil one.
Oh yeah, we will.
Tall bitch?
Tall bitch.
Tall bitch.
What?
And
I'm very confused.
Scrub Nurse, thank you for the $5 super chat. From working in the OR, I can confirm. Never stick anything up your butt that doesn't have a handle or string attached.
No, scrub nurse, no. Not even a handle. Tie a fucking string on it because handles go up there fucking too. Like, just tie a goddamn string on it. Give it a tug before you do anything. Make sure it's very secure. Then insert in your ass. Light
Or
bulbs
just
don't come
don't.
out.
Or
The
just
things
don't.
you can learn by listening to this podcast. Once a
Look,
week.
I'll be honest. We had a light bulb in someone's ass. You want to know why we got it out? We had to go get a lamp, screw it on it, and then pull it out.
I would have just broke it.
By the way, the hospital still uses the lamp.
Of course they do. Oh, shit.
Now, wait a minute. That makes no sense, dude, because the little hack. If you have a busted light bulb, you take a potato and get the glass out. Why didn't you just stick a potato up his ass?
Because the light bulb was still secure, like it was still
You
a
could've
full
broke
light bulb.
Wait a minute. This dude.
Was it like an LED
Oh,
one?
dude, I took
the
the
bulb.
X-ray, and I kid you not.
Okay,
the
was it
ER
like a
doctor-
regular glass?
No,
like
no,
a glass
it was
light
a
bulb or
full-
like a
It was a full,
like LED where it's like plastic feeling.
No, it was a full old school light bulb, and I took the X-ray, and then I was
How
out
did
with
it not
the ER
break?
doctor. Hold on, and the ER doctor, not missing a beat, says maybe his ass has a bright idea, and the general surgeon's like, maybe how to get the fuck out.
But how like
Oh
who,
my God.
who thinks of like hey
So apparently,
I've
there's
had everything up my
look,
butt and I
look,
think a light bulb sounds
according
right.
to the GI doc that had done it, pull out multiple things. He said there's some drug that you can sniff that relaxes your sphincter, so you can stick things in your ass.
Yeah, but why a light bulb that you know
I
can
don't
break?
know. Why do people stick Buzz Lightyears up their ass?
You know, at least hey, at
It
least
could
it
come
goes
out.
to
It's still
infinity
there.
and beyond.
Right.
I mean, at least it does that.
Scrub said they used to take bets on what color dildos were when they had to remove them.
Oh yeah, dude. I took an X-ray on
That's
somebody,
great.
and
I got $5 on pink,
the
man.
doctor's like, they said it's silicone. I'm like, I don't know if silicone's going to show up. So we take an X-ray, didn't work. We did a CT, and it comes back from the radiologist, and it's all in centimeters. And all of us are converting it to inches, and we're like, this is not the first dildo up there. I mean, it was over a foot long, and like, it's like, wow, you've. Then
Was
after
it
we
a dude?
then after we got it was a dude. After we get it out, they're like, can we have it back? No, because we don't want to take it out again.
Motherfucker.
See,
Like
so,
I've seen crazy like
no, go ahead.
shit where it's like a chick who like takes like a arm length
How?
up her thing and then it comes out her like you can see it popping through her stomach as like some alien shit like
What
That can't be good. That can't be good for your
Crazy.
insides. Like,
it's
let
like,
alone your.
that's why I'm always
alone-
you know like
Wait a
I
minute,
make
wait a
this
minute.
joke in chat
Did
sometimes
you-
where I'm like my heart itches.
Did you find the videos that my mother used to make? Anyway, Ariano, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, great people. Clowns, hope you're doing better, sir. Everyone hit that like button. With Hitman being 60 FPS, could this be the start of most games having that as standard? Dude, I hope so.
Only coming from really good studios, in my personal opinion. Apparently, I think IO just knows what they're doing. And
Yeah.
they found out what they could do with the One X, with Hitman 2, so they knew what they could do with the PS5 and Series X. So, yeah, I hope this is definitely the next step to being 60 frames at 4K or 1800p and higher. I mean, I'm ready for just 60 frames, hands down. Yes.
Well, with the
Like, a lot of us
TVs,
have-
the way that everything's going, these consoles were designed for 60 frames mostly. So,
I
you okay?
That's true. That's very true, Dredd. Yes, absolutely.
we've all said it.
240 volts.
All of us would rather prefer to have, frame rate than resolution. Resolution's great, but I'd rather have 60 frames than 30 at 4K.
It's a game changer.
It depends on the game too.
It depends on the game because, like even what Sean's saying in chat, like medium, it's going to be 30 frames, but literally it's a slow-paced game.
Yeah.
You're never going to pay attention to that if that was
Yeah,
60
that's
frames.
fine.
It ain't going to matter.
This is also a
Medium
game that has
is what,
two
2
games
frames?
running at the same time.
true,
Right.
but even if it wasn't, it still is a slow-paced game.
It's
It's
a
not
slow
meant.
pace, yeah.
You ain't going to need 60 frames to make it be oh my god amazing. But
And from what we've seen, it's a cinematic game, so cinematic can deal with 30 frames.
And from
Well,
what
shit.
I hear from most Sony fanboys, cinematic is good.
hey, Spider-Man. Look, everybody praised Spider-Man, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima. Really, every game that's on PlayStation at 30 frames. So God of War, 30 frames. It was an amazing game. Ran pretty kind of quick too, and it still looked great at 30 frames. It depends on how you make your game. I mean, it's the
Yeah,
talent that has to go behind it.
Let's
Can you imagine Gravity Rush at 60
let's
frames?
mention
Holy
something
shit.
Oh,
real
dude.
quick. The pace of the game, how fast it moves, makes a huge difference. But console gamers that have not experienced 60
Missing out.
until they see 60, they're not
Well,
going to
don't
give
know.
two shits. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of
There's a
people
lot
out
of
there
people out there. Yeah,
that
absolutely.
don't give a shit. But there's a
Yeah.
lot of people like me that want that option. If I wanted to play at 30 fucking frames, I'd fucking go play my Xbox 360.
And one man wants that option because he's tired of masturbating with sandpaper. Nano, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. If you ever see an X-ray with a Hitachi, we'll all know who.
That's what I was laughing about.
Finally got it in there.
Don't they make TVs too?
I mean, what if they could actually just make an option like so many games where it's performance and quality, and the performance would run at 60 frames at lower resolution, and the quality would run at higher resolution, lower frame rate. I mean, that can't be that hard to do.
That's
A lot of games do that, but like Hitman doesn't do it at all. Like Hitman is literally just
unlocked.
It's
All of them have always been
60
unlocked.
frames done. There's no performance mode. There's nothing. It's just
Can you
they
even
just
run in that
they are
game?
confident. They're just confident and look, our game is this, and that's what it's gonna
Hitman
run
3 isn't unlocked frame rate like the last two.
Hey, Scrubner,
it's just
you need to hit my
long.
DMs. You and I can go back and forth on all sorts of stories. They fell on it.
Basically,
Yeah.
all three, the PS5, Series S, and X, all run it at 60 frames. Of course, different resolutions, of course, but
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I haven't played
makes a difference.
Hitman. I've seen all over Twitter. People are saying it looks good. It plays good. So I'm excited that people can play something that they want to play again, which is awesome.
Well,
And
you
it
fuck
is-
with it.
It is good. I've played it most of the day today. The only issue is the servers.
yeah, well,
Because it is server based, and right now there's everybody in the world trying to play it, so you keep getting disconnected constantly.
Yeah, which I don't get that why a single player game is server based.
it's because of, like I said in the chat was, they have these online contracts they constantly update. They have a lot of like challenges for online, like basically
Yeah.
beat this thing in
If
a
you can
certain
feel
way.
it.
You get this challenge, you get extra blah blah blah. Like they have so much
They're trying to
online
make it-
integrations. So it's smart because the way that the game is designed, it's single player, but it's like, hey, do these challenges, try to beat your friends. So it's going to stay online, that sort of thing.
Okay, so if
it's
you
not
do that, that's
terrible.
fine. But you knew how popular the game was when it first
But-
came out. So have enough servers.
This one's different because the servers are also doing double the work because they are allowing the first and second Hitman levels to be integrated to the third one.
Yeah.
They're having issues with the servers linking up, and that's why a lot of people, if you've seen it, a lot of people are having issues either with the first one or the second one linking with the levels, even though they already have it's installed, because you also have to have it installed on your system too. So a lot of people are having that issue. So it's just it's a shit show, unfortunately, in the server department. But again, to me, I think that's an easier fix than say your game is shit. So I think at least they have made apparently a solid game that isn't screwing up, but they just got to fix their servers, which again, that just means, they got to open up some more, pay for some more, and I think it'll be fine within the next week.
You see, and that's where being server dependent is also a negative thing, just like as it is a positive thing, where you can keep on creating a living world where things happen as they go on. They can release something and it's instantaneous. Here's a new contract. But once you get to that point, there should be a local section where if you disconnect from the server, it doesn't shut down your game. Your console just takes over locally.
It would be nice,
Yes.
but
Yes.
I'm with you on that, because single player games, that's what a lot of people always worry about with this digital world, that if you have no online connection, all your games you can't play, or majority of them. So
Well, that's crazy when you have the single player games, and I get that it's becoming a running narrative now. As we grow in this digital era, like that, most single player games are going to have online connection required, but it kind of fucking sucks. Like, because sometimes you don't want to be online, or sometimes you can't be online, and playing a
Is there-
fucking single player
Well,
game online is
I
kind
was gonna say, is there multiplayer on this fucking thing?
Shizgo's saying you can play.
Not any, right? No multiplayer.
I'm not sure yet, because it does put you in you do level up, and there are sniper contracts and something else. I haven't messed with those yet at all.
So it only makes sense if it's like integrated into like some kind of multiplayer or something.
I mean,
like
exactly,
there's no like
Digital rights
Agent
management.
47 versus
player
Agent
games
47.
where that's not a thing. Like, it's not a
Right.
thing. Like, you have to have online connectivity to play it, and it's a single fucking player game all around, and it's becoming not a regular, but you're seeing it more and more. And I just
Yeah,
it's-
you remember
There's a lot
when
of games like that.
got shit on for trying to do that? It's literally like a lot of it has to do with fucking, I'm pretty sure it's digital right management horseshit is all it is. And they're just sneaking it in there instead of announcing it.
Well,
No,
somebody had posted a second ago. You can play offline, but it doesn't keep track of the challenges and all that good stuff.
Which that makes sense. Why?
Uh,
why
in fact,
wouldn't-
well, that's a
Sitting
good. Well, that's a good thing. Like I didn't know that it allowed offline play, but I heard like nobody could play it today. 'Cause
Yeah,
That's
I
what
you
I
can't
heard.
connect to the server and you can't play it, then you don't have offline mode, right?
the only issue I kept having is right in the middle of a mission when I was getting ready to assassinate someone is right when the damn game wanted to disconnect.
Of course.
And
see,
then you got to hit a different button to reconnect, and by that time it's already screwed up your input on how you're going to kill this asshole.
It was like a couple hours after you were mentioning it in the group chat that I started seeing people posting about it, just livid fucking pissed.
Well, I mean, the bad part, we've actually became complacent on having games like this because of this last
Dude,
gen.
for years.
Yeah,
Oh,
because they launch and they're not up to par on what we need them to be. Like their servers aren't like how I don't know. Like I'm not a Hitman follower, but did anybody actually test the servers? Was there a
Do we need to have a class action lawsuit against
was there
IO
a beta? Was there something? I don't
since
even
their
know.
servers are crappy?
See, they should have released that earlier while CD Projekt Red released theirs, and this would have went under the cover.
Oh,
I mean-
way under the radar.
I mean, look, I'm excited for the fact that Outriders is bringing a demo out that is supposed to run all the way to April 1st, which means they can test and see how everything's going to work. Which
We don't
gives
know
them
if
a
it's
month and a half.
actually going to run to that.
Yeah, we
April
don't know.
1st
It doesn't.
deadline,
They didn't
so-
say, and they will not say until they actually come out prior, which is going to probably
I
be
will
in
get them to
February.
say
To
it.
me, if it's a demo, it's a demo.
Yeah.
Well, demos could be a temporary demo for
A
a
week.
week.
Right,
I'm
but
giving it a
usually
week.
when they say like a 30, like a one-shot demo or a 30-hour demo.
But it is a demo that allows you to have progression. So to me, it seems like it's gonna be you ain't gonna sit there and play it for 2 months.
some people will.
Some people will. I
Well,
mean,
I'm no,
even
I'm
the last
saying-
one,
That's
people
not,
maxed
that's not what
out.
I mean. I know
No, I
people will
get it.
keep
I get
playing
it.
it, but
Yeah.
what I mean is like, you. Anyway, it's just I
It'll be
don't see it
capped,
now. Granted,
right?
if they do, then cool. I mean, I guess, but I mean, you're going to be capped at your level, absolutely.
Well,
You're
yeah,
gonna be
you'll
capped
be,
as far
they've
as
already
items.
said they've already said they're only allowing a certain amount of playtime, so you can only play so much of the missions, but you can go. From what I understand, you can go back and play the missions over and over and over and over
And
over.
try every single class with every.
there's got to be a level cap too doing that, so you
Oh,
couldn't
of
just.
course
level
I'm
all
sure
the
they're
way
not
up.
gonna
I'm
want
sure
you to
there. If
level
there's
plus-
not, that would be funny that you'd be max level going into like the fourth mission, for instance.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
They
mowing through
wouldn't-
everything.
They wouldn't do that if they did. It'd be stupid.
But
Honestly, it would kill their.
let's go on to the
player base.
next topic. Leo,
Yes.
Resident Evil. Go ahead, big boy.
Oh, I can't wait for it. Tomorrow.
Mhm.
Tomorrow's the event. It's 2:00.
We finally get a
Pacific
sneak
time.
peek, right?
We actually have an article
Yeah,
on
Pacific, ain't it?
Leo, go ahead. Details, all of them, right
Article.
now.
There's no new news about it except for the event.
No,
There's
yeah,
a
that's what
really
I'm saying.
tall
What's
tall
going
lady.
on at the event? What are they doing?
Okay, they're going to be showing off the village. They're going to have another trailer, and they're going to actually show gameplay of it. Plus, they're saying they're going to talk about future Resident Evil projects, which a lot of people are expecting it to be 4 because they've been
Yeah.
rumored to be working on that for a while, which I highly doubt will be out until like next year or the year after. Because with Resident Evil 2 Remake and 3, they were working on both of them at the same time. So they were able to get it out pretty fast. But with 4, the systems alone, I can just imagine. Because that's a jump from going from 2 and 3 to 4.
I want to know when
absolutely.
we're going to see this like quarantine thing or what
Leo,
what
I
game
sent
is
the
that?
article.
The Resident Evil game
Oh, I
where
have the article
like-
up. I just don't see the point of reading it. It's
it's like
just
ground
rehashing.
zero, first person,
read it, Leo.
multiplayer. Am I crazy? Am I thinking
I see
of
it's a
game?
Okay, so here's all we need to know about Resident Evil is that they are going to have vampires. And they're
Yeah,
gonna be
werewolf.
big
And
bitches.
werewolves.
And werewolves, and
And
that's all I care about.
It's a whole new fucking world.
And
It's
witches.
So,
fucking
If it's
exciting.
gonna have vampires and werewolves, that means there'll be a lot of sucking and doggy.
Well,
Yep.
technically, it'll be something. It's going to be like it's a vampire, but it's a T virus thing.
Yeah.
It's a werewolf, but it's a T virus thing.
They
That's
are
how it
branching
works.
out. Resident Evil is trying to branch out outside of the zombie fucking whatever they've got this niche
I didn't
going.
say they weren't. Calm
you
down.
know how they
Leo.
branch
Think
out?
what a virus
I know
could
But
Christ.
do.
they always use science to explain
Turn
it. They never go
anything into everything.
supernatural.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
very
not like they've ever said like, "Ooh, we have vampire bitches" before, and now
Tall
they're doing it.
vampire bitches, because that bitch is tall. Holy
She is
shit!
so tall.
Either
It's
that
like,
or they have Alice in
like,
the
step
Wonderland
on me,
doors.
baby. It's like all over the Tweeterverse.
You're
Hey,
gonna
I
need
will say
some
this:
climbing gear to get to that bitch.
their werewolf looks better than the game werewolf that's going to be coming out this year.
Stop yelling at me, Nano.
Okay, first of
All
all,
I know is
there's
I
a
wanna play
game
that
werewolf.
Yes, comes out later this year.
Yeah, looks
for all
horrible.
systems, of course. It looks. The CGI trailer looks amazing. Makes you feel like it's going to be badass, and then they show gameplay. And you're like, oh,
Can we go back to the CGI?
Oh, I
1998.
saw the gameplay for that. Actually, I
Yeah.
remember.
Like,
Like,
it's
it's
very
very-
like a normal wolf,
It-
and then
it's
you have
like,
Eagle vision.
The night
It's
before,
like,
the
what?
morning after. Ew.
yeah, like it's really weird. Like it's just like, okay, you have this amazing CGI, but then you just go to the game and it's just so
I keep
terrible.
calling that tall vampire / witch, whatever she is, Mrs. T.
Color lady.
Yeah, supposedly she's a witch, but then again, whatever. I mean, I the funny thing is, like this one, I almost feel like I want to play it more just because it doesn't creep me out like 7 does.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'll actually try it out more, just
no,
because
I
it,
can
So you
because
don't
it is a
mind
little bit more
European-
supernatural.
I mean, Louisiana
Zombies
creatures
and werewolves
can't
more than I,
I mean,
can do.
I'll be honest. I'll
Or
buy
I
it, but I probably won't play it. Just like all the other games.
I'm
I've
probably
bought,
not going
I
to
don't.
buy it. Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think
that just
highly
depends
on
on
it.
y'all.
He's sad.
It depends on all of y'all. Honestly, anybody that does buy it and says like how great
Is
it
there co-op?
maybe something about.
No,
No,
No.
it's just
No,
single.
Well,
I
have they
love
said?
Resident Evil
Have they
co-op.
said there is no co-op, or
you're playing only. Well, they might have like. Well, actually, I doubt they will because they
'Cause I don't
stopped doing it with.
I don't think
Uh,
I've seen
Co-op is
anything.
fucking legit.
I didn't think I saw
Oh.
anything that said they single player or co-op. I mean, I'm assuming it's
well,
gonna be
they
single
stopped
player.
doing
but-
the horde modes and the co-op with 7. So
yeah,
I'm not expecting it because it's this continuation from 7.
yeah. No,
'Cause-
I got you.
They moved
they're-
to Europe to get away from everybody, and well,
Uh,
that doesn't work out too
I'm-
well.
I'm
Look
just
how that
really
works.
ready. I'm ready to look at that gameplay though. Honestly, just
There is
because.
a rumor that they are making some type of multiplayer game, kind of like the one they released
With Resident Evil 3,
Yeah.
it'll probably just be a continuation of that. I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
Okay, sorry, Monkey. I typed in your name in the chat, and Periscope told me it was spam. Don't know how that works.
So
You
Resident
can't type
Evil
monkey
coming out
anymore?
and looks like
Yeah.
some fun.
Also, it looks like
Jared, it
they
is
have the
fantastic.
merchant in it, which is kind of cool.
Absolutely fucking.
Because at the very end of that last trailer they showed, there's a dude that sounded like the merchant kind of. The merchant's from Resident Evil 4, in case no one knows. You bought your shit from him. Howdy, stranger.
Yes, you did. And I agree, Jared. 7 is amazing. I love 7.
Yes.
Man, I can't. I literally played the very beginning and went up the steps on that one, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with
I
this.
remember you sending me
That,
messages.
that proves my point.
Well, in that case,
Hipster, sir.
Dude, no,
I
I
remember playing
can't.
Resident
Time
Evil
for
as
you
a
you need to
little
play it in
girl.
VR.
Hell no, dude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even get past the very beginning when I know what's
No.
happening.
Did Husk shut off his camera to go pee?
Oh, Faz,
Yes.
we should
Yep.
try to play
For
sometime together if we can. I think that's
I have
a good
not
no-
watched
there's no
any
way.
gameplay for the medium. I don't want anything spoiled.
Yeah,
And Mariano, yes, sir. I have watched every bit of gameplay for the medium, and I don't think there's a bigger fanboy for the medium than me. So hopefully
I
it
hope it's good.
hopefully it doesn't come back and slap me, but that's okay. I've played far worse games.
Yeah,
I
I mean, 8 days, right?
I mean,
literally
you
eight
made
days.
That's all I'm
you made
saying.
Leo
Raven.
play Raven, so I mean, you haven't played the worst game ever.
Anybody
I
ever hear
heard-
me talk about Star Wars Episode 1?
The fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about?
What?
The hype I had for Star Wars Episode 1 and how good it was going to be and great, and then find out.
Talking
So
about
that's
the
why,
movie?
For Star
yeah,
Wars?
the hype.
Oh, the
So
movie.
hype for
Yeah.
medium.
You're
I'm
talking
trying not to
are
watch
you
a
trying
lot
to
of it.
talk shit about like Jar Jar right now? Is this what's happening?
Please
Yeah.
tell me you're not a Jar Jar fan.
No.
No, not you, lady.
He didn't show up till the second
What the
one.
fuck
I
is
thought.
wrong with Jar
Oh, he was in
Jar?
the first one.
There's
Is he
many
not
things
first?
wrong with Jar Jar.
I hate Star Wars in general. So
But that's why I haven't watched Medium. I've
I
only
tried
seen
Darth
one
Maul.
trailer, and that was it. I'm trying to
That's
like.
about it.
Darth Maul's the man. That's the only
They
thing
should have
good
left
out
Jar
of the
Jar what he was originally cast as, which was supposed to be someone that died in the first episode.
And supposedly Jar Jar, there's like a alternate universe thing where he's like more powerful
So
than
sad.
all of them.
Yeah,
Like he's like
That's just a
more
fan
powerful than Yoda and Darth Vader and all of them. Like even the
It's,
Okay,
Emperor.
so apparently game details efforts to prevent PS5 scalpers.
There's
Who
a Darth
cares?
Jar Jar, by the way.
Fuck you. We are moving on.
They're like, fuck you. We're talking Star Wars now.
No, but that's what I'm saying with the medium is the fact that I'm trying not to get myself overhyped
No, I gotcha.
because of what happened back
mean,
then.
Yeah,
I-
I'm definitely not gonna.
I don't know.
What
I'm
the
trying to do
hell
that
is
with a lot of
Gungan?
games because I've had too many games where I've gotten so
Oh
hyped
wait,
when
is
it
that
comes
the
out.
Jar Jar people? Is that what Jar Jar is? Gungan?
He's a
Gungan.
Gungan, yes.
So, game has
Gungan
offered more
style.
insight into the systems it has in place to prevent scalpers using bots to snap up new PlayStation 5 stock.
Oh, you know he broke it with how many times he falls. Fork's just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh man. Wait a
I
minute.
missed all of it, but
Do you actually take your phone with you so you can chat while
Yes.
you yes?
Yeah, he
absolutely.
chats while he's pissed. It's weird.
How does he do it?
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
I
wait.
can do it.
How
but
do
I
you
don't-
pee? No,
How-
I can understand if you're taking a shit, but
Is
if
it
you're
a
peeing,
two-handing thing? Is it a two? I guess I don't know.
I mean,
don't
you
know.
sit
When you
over
got
at
little-
home, you don't
when
have
you
to.
got-
Guys,
when you got a
never
little
had
dicky,
Charlie's
it's okay
phone.
with one hand. But like, how you like that ain't gonna work out. Come on, man.
Look, all I know is today in the ER they were talking about I don't know how to, or the OR they were like, hey, I don't know how to do a knee, and the one girl's like, well, you do a lot of cysto, which is penises and vaginas, and they're like, it's like a penis, but right next to it, I'm like, whose fucking dick is right next to their goddamn knee? I'm like, mine's like halfway down, but it ain't next to my knee.
Mine ain't even close. to
Yours
that.
is way down. You're right. We had this
You need
conversation.
that Canadian
Mine's like a
Cobra.
any bitty, like a like belly button, like an any.
Look, I had 4 kids. It did the job. That's all I know.
The 3-inch thunder thimble. Moving on.
That's right. Damn it.
Damn right.
All right, back to the scalpers and the PS5. Go for
So
it.
I read this article, and the only thing that it screamed to me was bring it on, hackers, and it's not going to end well.
Well, actually,
get-
isn't it hackers doing it? It's just people
Well,
in, like,
scalpers or
groups.
whatever, but they designed
Using
bots to
bots.
do it.
People
but at
that
the end
can
of the day,
design bots and they can take
Yeah,
all the stuff. Yep.
Game
But weren't
is
they
like,
just
oh,
like weren't scalpers just complaining about like buying too many PS5s and Xboxes?
no,
that
they
they're
bought
not losing
3,000,
money?
and apparently they've sold them all because
They
I
all
thought
sold them for
I-
$1,000 a piece, so they're still making $400 or $500 profit on
yeah,
a $500 box. I mean, it's insane. I mean, and the sad thing is if people would quit buying from them, it would stop.
They quit buying them.
Yeah.
well, exactly. So I mean, game apparently has something to where one PlayStation 5 per person per IP or whatever, but it's like the scalpers are still gonna. I mean, it's not hard to spoof your IP, and it's not hard to to have a bot check out, another bot go. So I mean, I don't know how well this is gonna work.
It's
At the
just
end of
gonna
the
slow 'em
day-
down.
Look,
Not
at
much.
the end of the day, what they need to do is honestly have people register. And as you register, you get a code, and then in a month, you get to enter that code, and you get your fucking PlayStation 5.
That's what
the easiest way to do it.
PlayStation did.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. You want to get a
PlayStation
scalpers?
killed it with
There
that.
you go.
Yeah. Mine is like that. I almost feel like they should just, even though I know that would ruin their relationship, and that's why they're not doing it, is not have national retail have them. Because in my personal, and this is what's stupid anyway. Like national retail's like you can only buy it online. Why not put it in a store? We don't want people in the store. Why? Because you got thousands of people every single day in your store buying other shit.
Well, hold
So
on.
does it
What-
matter?
Same product.
Does it matter?
What
Doesn't matter if a
putting
PS5 is on the
massive
shelf.
amount of
Like,
them
this
in
is
there.
stupid. Oh, we
What
don't want
if-
people lining up. Nobody's gonna line up. People are just gonna get there, see it, go buy it. It's
Yeah.
stupid. Like
So-
just
So what if Microsoft and PlayStation on the next release, what if they just actually you signed in your Xbox account or PlayStation account and said, yes, I want to upgrade. You click it, you check out, they give you a code and say, take this code, and you pick Best Buy or Staples or wherever you want to fucking buy it. And you go there. Hey, and then you take that code to them and say, hey, here's my code. They can verify it. Scalpers are gone.
Well,
Well, that
it's
doesn't
not a
help the
hard
new
system.
people.
to the
I-
rumor that GameStop is going to be getting restocks tomorrow, I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Honestly, GameStop getting restocks, I bet you it's 1 or 2 per.
I would not get my hopes up. I do have a very good friend of mine who's a regional manager here. I spoke to him yesterday. Yeah, it's going to be all online, and
everything's online.
GameStop really isn't doing anything to stop the bots.
Speaking of restocks,
I mean, at the end of the day,
And bots,
they don't
why
care if
aren't
it's a
they-
bot that buys it or if it's or if it's a real person. Because guess what? They still get paid.
but why don't they put more on the shelves?
Well, it's because they don't want people in the stores because of
Where have you
COVID. That's
been?
the whole reason.
No, I
Oh,
get
that's
that.
right.
No,
He's
that's
been
that's a
shoving light
PlayStation
bulbs
thing.
up his ass.
Order it online and pick it the fuck up.
But the
You don't
bad
have
part,
to interact with anybody.
that
but
doesn't
again-
even make sense because you can go to Best Buy right now. I can leave here and go to Best Buy by my house and walk out the door with a $4,000 refrigerator, but I can't go in and buy a fucking PlayStation.
Yep.
Yeah,
That is
Exactly.
too complicated, Wilmy. No.
Again, it's stupid. It is
Good
absolutely asinine. I don't understand
And don't
it. I
get me
don't
wrong.
care.
We all know COVID is a real thing. Some of us
Yeah.
on the panel have had it. You know, COVID is real, but some of these
Yeah.
restrictions are so fucking dumb.
Okay, I mean,
You can
let's
And it's the
be honest.
companies.
I
It's not
can
even
go on-
Walmart or Target doing it. It's Sony and Microsoft
Yeah.
saying no.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
want it online. Like stupid. Just
I
put
mean,
it in the
I can-
store.
I can go onto Toyota.com, design a fucking vehicle that I want exactly down to the T, and within 4 to 6 weeks, I can go pick it up from a Toyota dealership, which is $20,000 to $80,000 vehicle. So you're telling me Microsoft can't design it and say serial number XXX is going to Best Buy, where Wilmy is going to go pick it up? This isn't
Well, hey,
hard. It's just they
now-
don't care because they still get paid.
Well, not necessarily. If you heard if anybody listened to the interview with Phil Spencer and the dude from, just starts with a J, some freaking gaming site. Can't think of it. Anyway, off the top of my head, he was interviewing him the whole time. And he was asking him about that, like, why isn't there like some type of like, I want to give you $500 now, and then whenever. Like just like how when I worked at AT&T for 10 years, you could pre-order any iPhone as long as you wanted to. It doesn't say, sorry, we're sold out, we can't pre-order anymore.
No,
No, you
you'll
can
just
still
have to wait.
pre-order. You just have to wait 45 days. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Like literally, and that's what and Phil Spencer said that is something they are working on right now to help the retail side to try to push out to allow you to have some type of not gonna say like a number per se, but in a sense that way where they want to help out to try to get these devices to people because they don't want because literally Microsoft and Sony truly don't want scalpers to have them. Reason being is because they're already taking a loss with selling the device, and none of those devices are getting games added to them, services added to them, so they're making no money. Literally
Yeah,
losing money,
And
more
the
money than they are gaining.
The longer the scalper has it, the less time that someone has Game Pass. Less time that
Exactly,
someone
and that's
but-
why they're trying their hardest in what they can do to keep the relationship with the retail, because that's the problem. Their relationship with retail is huge, and they have to, unfortunately, make sure that they are fed. They're fed devices instead of only do it like because in a way I was thinking, hey, just Microsoft and Sony just sell them on your site and that's it. Well, they can't do that because they will literally destroy their relationship with the retailers, which do
and
provide
hurt the economy at the same time.
exactly like it would just destroy a lot of things in one go around.
I mean,
so.
Here's one of my biggest issues. All right, like all these stores that had to close their doors, and it's just not. It's not just consoles, but we're on consoles, so let's talk about that. There is no fucking reason that you don't make people come and get it physically. I mean, that you have to deliver these things to that fucking store anyway, or to their carrier to ship them out, right? So why don't you just do a pickup? You do it with fucking groceries. Why, like anything?
Yeah.
You go to Walmart.
Best Buy does it.
And order the shit and go fucking have someone bring it to your vehicle.
Or you
Well,
can go
well,
pick it up.
because I think
Well,
the
Dre-
problem is with
Put
consoles.
them in the
it's-
store and you get rid of some of the bots. The bots can't show up to fucking grab the thing.
And
Well,
our
Those
best
are the special bots.
one step further.
Like,
Fact
fuck.
is like a month ago on our Best Buy here where I live, I can buy something through the Best Buy app. They'll have it delivered to my house within 3 hours.
Well, see, I want to piggyback off that because what Dredd just said is literally Best Buy. Like you said, is Best Buy doing that, sending it to your house. Well, guess what?
do
When
local
I go on
pickup.
Best Buy for Alabama, it does not allow you to ship it to your house whatsoever when you try to pre-order a
But
PS5 or Xbox.
I
You
think
have
it's more.
to have to pick
I'm
up
just-
in store.
Yeah, I
So-
think it's more certain areas you can do that. And you can't,
Exactly.
You can't do that. Like here where
Certain
I
areas
live,
in the country you could do that, but like Alabama, you can't. You literally have to go pick it up, and
It's-
the store has to have it in stock, not online,
Like,
which
here
is
where I-
worse.
here where
Like-
I live, there's certain things on Amazon, not fresh, Amazon that I can have delivered in under 12 hours. Only
Yeah.
certain things will do it, but
The funny thing, I saw what you're talking about with the consoles, because the Series S that we had bought from Best Buy, we couldn't get it. At first, it would let us ship it, but then it finally switched over and let me ship it to my house. But
Yeah.
you can go there, buy an $8,000 television, and they will bring it to you the next day.
Oh, absolutely.
You cannot buy a PS5 and have them ship it to your house at all.
I
hey,
don't
Wilmy, do you
I
think
don't
that has
get it.
something to do with the fact of the overhead? The fact that with a $8,000 fridge, they probably are making $500 to $1,000 on it so they can cover the shipping?
Yes,
Maybe.
that's part of it. Is the price increase
But my,
from
my
what they
but-
pay for it
But
in
my
bulk.
thing is still shipping it to you. Like, what's so wrong with it sending all inventory to a store that you buy it from, or sending it to your house? Like,
Well,
there's
certain
nothing
items
wrong
I
with
can
that.
send
Because I
can
think at the end of the
send to
day,
Best Buy and pick it up.
because I think at the end of the day, it goes back to what you were saying, Bomber, about the fact that it hurts the economy. It hurts certain stores, so they want to ship them to the stores. Now, if the store holds it, it holds it. But at the end of the day, one day we will be back to shopping normal, and they have to keep those relationships open. Of hey, look, one day we will be back in store shopping like normal.
For the people who are still fucking open, because there
Yeah.
are going to be so many fucking stores at the end of all this that are just not like, they're just not going to be. It fucking sucks, but it is what it is. So
Yeah.
We want to give Clowns his intro, assuming he's actually still there.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
There he is.
Yeah,
Hey, Clown.
We can hear you.
I'm here. I'm here.
There's only one
Finally.
problem, Clowns. You're not green.
Did you take that the Elvis vibrator out of your booty?
I did. Husk, it works.
Hey, shit
Oh, that's
happens.
good.
I know
Or media.
it did shock me, but I had to sign that waiver, so
I mean,
There
you
was-
are an hour
I
late.
am was-
so
hold on.
I got stuck.
but
Hold on.
the people
What
who see
waiver
that
did you
stuff
sign?
they have to sign a waiver. I'm sorry.
No,
it's
so
what my PR demands.
See,
it
I-
said that if you have any injuries, you cannot hold me responsible, but see Dr. Fork immediately.
yeah,
Oh.
Bob's having people sign waivers with social security numbers and other stuff, so you may want to double check that. Those are not authorized waivers.
I've been hearing that the shock is better than the Carradine version.
I'm sure it is.
Now, do we want to get into a touchy subject?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Ooh, love
Touchy
those.
subjects are- Hey, that's what
Absolutely.
we like. We like the touchy subjects.
All right. So if you're in the chat and you're a fanboy one way or the other, you're probably not going to like this conversation.
I guess I have to leave.
According to the website, wealthypersons.com.
Oh shit.
This is factual information. This is not fanboy fodder. You can sit and you can talk about sales, games, whatever the fuck you want to
Sounds
talk
like
about.
a made-up website.
I know, right?
According to this site, and they've pulled everything, went through the records. Xbox this year, as of January, which is the month we're in now, the net worth of Xbox, not entire Microsoft, just Xbox, is $600 billion. And it is increasing its customer base day by day. So for all these idiots on social media that say Game Pass is not sustainable, Phil Spencer is laughing at you.
But
Oh,
wait
wow.
a minute. Hold on, Wilmy. I got a question. But Xbox has no games.
But they may not
But they have a
games,
service. They have a
They
service that whoop ass.
but they are worth $600 billion. And Sony PlayStation is worth $45 billion.
76.
I got a question. Though.
$6 billion.
Is this I guess estimation of wealth, is this prior to the whole Bethesda or ZeniMax overall
This is
acquisition?
this is leading up to this month.
Okay, so this is with them
No, it's prior.
potentially acquiring them. So I mean, that's still huge though for this supposed
for a
gaming
console,
company that's supposed to close down.
Oh,
because they're
Wilmy,
fucked.
I'm sorry.
And $1 a month,
Okay.
right?
all these channels dedicated to hating it, they are worth 10 times more than the competition.
So they can sell less. Here we go. So they can have less of an install base, have less exclusives, have less game of the years, have maybe not as powerful as a device, just saying, like going with other generations. And even currently, we'll just say it,
Dollar
but
entry.
yet be worth over 10 times the amount. How does that happen?
So hold on. Piggybacking, Wilmy, I was wrong. You're actually right. According to wealthypersons.com, the same place that Wilmy just got the information for Xbox,
Wealthy persons.
Sony is estimated
sounds
net
so
worth
wrong.
is $55 billion.
Okay,
Xbox alone, not Microsoft. Xbox alone is worth 10 times more.
but who is this website? Is this credible?
No, actually, I googled it. And,
Wealthypersons.com.
five other
Wealthy
websites.
person.
How dare you doubt that?
It was
No,
referenced
so-
from the pony.com
So no,
website.
5 other websites all show Xbox being worth 600, anywhere between 550 and 600 billion, and Sony being worth between 55 to 60 billion. At the end of the day,
Xbox
that's a lot of
did
money.
this. But
Well,
Fork,
this is
but
with the
Xbox,
acquisitions, though. It's
How
gonna
can
be-
Xbox be worth
did
600
this.
billion though?
what?
they did this by not selling any assets, like Sony, who had to sell assets off.
Well, true, but just like Leo said though, like how? Okay, so the company alone is only worth 1.4 trillion or something like that, right? So you're telling me the Xbox division is almost half of worth? That's to me that almost sounds fishy.
I saw
Like,
that.
that almost
Xbox
sounds
was
like that's wrong.
400 million away from
Right.
hitting the trillion.
Here's the thing you're not taking into consideration, Bomber. If you read the actual stats, and you have a lot of fanboys that talk a lot, and the thing is, a lot of the information they put out is just like political campaigns. A lot of it's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
True.
The thing is, a lot of these games that people push and they talk so highly of, they're really not selling as much as they love to claim. That's the problem. Like Miles Morales, I've got it on my PS5. Not very many people actually bought it.
Well,
It only
And-
sold what 45% was it, Dread, of the original
70
install?
Yeah, like it's
70%.
way less, which is funny since it released on both systems.
Yeah.
You know, and what's also funny, like I think like Pyro, I don't know if any of y'all follow him or block him or whatever you do. He's like big PlayStation guy, and he's like a big old guy, and he even took a jab at like Sony's PR. Like they've done like a 360 as far as, you know, they used to be touting the whole, we sold this many this month, we sold this many this year. Like they were always like, look how many we sold to get you to go, holy crap, they sell a ton, I should be there. Now they don't even say that. They've been quiet, and which is weird. You know, I know Jim Ryan is a different guy, but Jim Ryan also is that, like, to me is the
Lion.
you know, he's that biz. Well, I mean, definitely dances around his wonderful words, worse than Phil I think ever has. But like, so Nano says 2.2 trillion now. So
Yeah.
now
so-
they're at 2.2 trillion. So they're the only company over 2 trillion now, right? Because even Amazon and Google are even over. Well, maybe they are now. But
Amazon probably is, but I mean Amazon does a whole lot of different stuff. So
that's true.
Something you
just-
got to remember with these consoles,
It's hard to fathom that they're
thousands of
literally
them sitting in rooms,
it's crazy.
not unboxed.
I mean, so hold on. So
Still,
so
so
okay.
many that aren't even connected.
So-
But the
You also have to remember though.
PS4 base that's already established still was 70% less.
Mhm.
Right.
Yet again.
Which is weird, with a game that like so many people, like even me, that granted, I'm one of the people that didn't buy it because I only have a PS4 Slim, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that game injustice to buy it on my Slim personally. I mean, because I saw it when they showed it for the PS5. I'm like, holy crap, the effects just look too good, so I'm just gonna wait until I get a PS5. And maybe that's the case with the PS5 right now. People can't get it, and so those sales are less because they don't want it on the old system.
But
Yeah.
this isn't even taking all that into consideration, though.
Is it not? Is it just
So,
literally
but
just?
you also have to remember though, they've bought in studios. I mean, all of that adds to your value. Microsoft has gone out and bought a bunch
Right.
of studios, and they're not
ZeniMax
Microsoft studios; they're
Right.
Xbox studios. So all of those companies
No, they are
worth
Microsoft studios.
well, yeah, but they fall under the Xbox
I'm
tag.
kidding. I
At
know.
the end of the day, that's how it adds value. And I mean, people, I say it all the time, but at the end of the day, people may not like to hear it, but with Tencent, Amazon, and Google trying to get into the market, guess what? Sony, I guarantee at one day will sell fucking PlayStation off to somebody, and Nintendo. I don't care what you say. If you come with enough money, someone's going to say yes.
I don't see Sony selling though.
It may not be just Sony. What if Sony itself sells?
Like,
What if
do you think so? Like
some
Sony
studios away.
itself, like Sony
That's
would have to sell all of Sony,
What if they
and
sold
they're
all
not
of
going to
Sony?
do that.
If
So-
anyone bought Sony, I think it'd be Disney.
Right?
Oh,
like,
It's
That's a
pretty
good
good.
point.
Yeah, and you know, of all the companies people love talking about, why don't we trash Disney? Disney's fucking evil, people.
well, did like literally?
But they
when
have
Microsoft-
Mickey Mouse.
Microsoft,
Rooney.
look, as evil as you want to say Disney is, Microsoft is following in their footsteps, literally
No,
doing
no.
everything the same,
No,
buying up all the
no.
talent.
Nope.
Yes, they're buying all the talent to be exclusive in their
That's
system.
not even what we're talking about. Clowns, Philly men.
Yes, Disney, when they buy something, they change everything. They get rid of people. They ruined some of Marvel. They ruined some of Star Wars.
Stop.
Microsoft,
Why are we going with ruined instead of ruined?
because I want to put the emphasis on it.
What-
But
First of all, I didn't understand what Ryan said.
Microsoft, when they buy these studios, when Xbox buys these studios, they preserve everything about them. They're not going in there saying, "Hey, we're cutting this, this division off, this studio off." No, they say, "Here's all this money. Do whatever the hell you guys want, and have fun doing it."
Here's the
You know-
support. you
Ryan
need,
Johnson ruined Star
not the
Wars.
direction
but it's
change
not
we
Disney.
want.
It wasn't just Ryan Johnson.
What it
And
is.
it's not just that part of Disney either. The other part of Disney, they will come in and buy people's ideas. They'll give them pennies on the dollar. When that idea doesn't pass over, a lot of things become what they call eminent domain. And after a certain number of years, these things become free to be reborn if you can find them. Disney actually goes out of their way to stop that from happening.
They
Like, a
actually
lot of-
they changed that entire law because Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse was coming up to be free domain.
Exactly. So Leo gets what I'm talking about. I mean, there's a lot of old cartoon characters, movies.
Because if it
all
wasn't
kinds-
for Disney, Spider-Man would have been free domain like 2 years ago,
True.
Yep.
something like that.
Well, you got Happy Birthday now. That's eminent domain now because somebody
can
owned
thank
it.
Disney.
That's why everybody else couldn't say Happy Birthday.
There's a lot of different things that Disney has done that to keep it from being, from coming back or anybody else using the idea again.
Well, yeah.
That way they can turn around
They
and
want to
sue
make their
you.
money. Exactly.
I
They
mean,
wanna
it all
make their
comes
money.
down to ownership. I mean, what is it? Something 9/10 of law possession.
Well, that's
Possession's
why they,
9/10 of law.
they
So
even-
if you have it, you own
They
it.
even didn't they deny a family for putting Spider-Man on a tombstone of their child because they didn't have the rights to do so. So they told them they have to do it or they'll be sued.
I
They
can
had to
tell
get
you
rid of
one
it.
better.
'Cause I remember
I can-
that.
I can tell you one better than that because I was there when it happened. Everybody, take your your watches and set it back a few years. Back in the 90s when lowriders were extremely popular and mini trucks and all that good stuff.
Hell yeah.
I was in
just a few years.
I was in a really big car club and all of us had customized cars. And I have a friend, I'm not going to say his name. He had a giant truck that he had custom built. Why he chose what he did, he called it Dopey's Revenge. And you can actually Google this truck and you'll see the photos of it.
All right,
Um,
right now. What is it?
We went to a giant car show in Florida.
What's it called?
It was called Dopey's Revenge. And we went to a car show. And he actually had all these characters hand designed and put into this truck into the seats and all this stuff, and it was all hand done. And he was under the impression this was actually legal. He didn't, it wasn't copyright, even though a lot of us are sitting back going, dude, I really wouldn't fuck with this. But somebody had came up to him the second day of the car show, and he was a rep from Disney. And they told him that all that had to be stripped off that vehicle or they would sue him. So he literally had to sell that vehicle.
Yep.
I don't think that would be okay because he's not like selling
So,
it or anything.
Some of you that have actually been on the podcast,
But
for
like
a
he's
long
making
time,
like if he puts it like, and that's the thing. Like I get in their I'm not gonna say their defense, but in their way of how they protect their shit is they, if you have their shit on your stuff, but you're profiting off of it. Like say he puts that truck in a car show and wins $1,000, whatever. Well, guess what? He made money off of Dopey, not because his car is just cool looking. Dopey's on there. Well, that's Disney's property. Like that's not yours. You didn't get you didn't get the approval. So like I get it. I think it's a little petty. Absolutely. I mean that's
you want to hear
that's just
petty?
going after the little guys just for no reason. But then that's how they become as big as they are and as powerful as they are. Is they bully the little guy to where they can do whatever the fuck they want.
So
You want to hear petty? My wife's troupe used to dance on the beach, and they would do Michael Jackson's Thriller. Right? Somebody came by and said that they're not allowed to do that, so they had to actually change the choreography so it wasn't mimicking exactly everything in the videos.
Well, I mean, so some of you that have been on the podcast since the early days, we used to have a different intro. Except Wilmy would constantly get emails from Disney saying that, that it sounded like Frozen's theme song.
But see,
Every podcast he would get an email saying "Take it down or else." Oh yeah, dude.
But I don't see the thing I don't understand about that is that typically it's always lyrics. It's not necessarily the sound because they don't have. I don't think they have a trademark for the actual sound, do they?
They do.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah, Disney trademarks everything
But it
because
also comes
some of the
Maybe
toys
you
have
could-
the
Yeah, I
it
guess
also
so.
comes down to it doesn't matter if they own the sound or not. It comes down to, well, we're bigger than you, so let's see how far we can go with this. Because at the end of the day,
True.
we're going to win. But I thought it was hilarious because Wilma, you had that for like a month, month and a half, and
Oh, dude, he did. Yeah, I remember that.
Just no remembers. It was a song called "Fuck It All."
yeah, it was fuck it all,
Fuck it all.
fuck it all. It was hilarious because
It was
every
great.
time Wilmy would get an email saying "Take it down, or we'll take you to court," and we're all like, "But it's not Frozen."
Yeah, we
And
thought he
it
was fucking with us.
It was a 30-second sound clip that would loop. That's all it was, and it sounded like the song from Frozen.
You know, the
It-
only
it
way
is
to get
sad,
around
but-
that is have somebody else cover it. If
Well,
it was a cover, it was a cover.
But that's the thing.
You can't
But it-
copyright
if-
it.
It's
cover.
not
If
even a
the
cover.
I'll
cover
cover it. I'll sound
cover
like-
still has to get approved. Like you can't just be, hey, I'm going to cover this song because I want
I
to,
could-
and then
I
release
could
it.
jump on the internet with a guitar or drums or whatever the fuck I want and karaoke the shit out of something and not get in trouble for it.
No, you still can.
Yeah, I was going
You
to say
would
you
still get in
can't.
trouble.
Yeah,
Mhm.
depending on who it is,
Yeah.
if they have
Even-
certain rights, you will
Even
literally
as
get.
a KJ, right? As a
Ask
KJ, you
Metallica.
have to have the proper discs and all that stuff to
Go
put it
talk to
out there.
Metallica. They'll tell you about some rights. They'll tell you what you got rights to.
I wasn't aware of this. Abacad said Disney shut down midnight showings of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Why the hell did they do that?
Because
How-
they bought Fox.
Oh yeah, they did buy Fox.
Yeah,
Oh,
They
Fox
own
movie,
a lot of
Fox,
shit after that.
because they own a lot of stuff. Fox.
Well, dude, they own a lot now.
yeah.
Like, think about it. Like, I mean,
I'm still
for
waiting
the-
for a lot of those movies to come out somewhere.
I'm still surprised they're still going to allow Ryan Reynolds to make a rated R Deadpool again. Like,
Because
still,
they
I'm-
saw how well the PG
granted,
version
I
was.
true, but I'm
Oh,
still
the
like, it's
Christmas
still impressive that they're
fucking-
still like, we'll still do it.
Well, it used to be
But-
they'd send it to
Deadpool
their
was
other
great.
companies to do the R stuff.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Scrub Nurse, he does drums, and he even said you can still get in trouble for playing music, even the drum,
Oh, yeah.
even the drums. It all
Yes.
comes down to
Yeah,
if it sounds the
not-
same
You
and
just
someone's
change
willing
the
to push it.
octave, like,
Well,
by
dude,
3.
there's literally if you sing it, if you sing a song and it sounds almost too perfect, they literally will copyright you because
So if
you are
I
sing-
belt out Frozen right
only
here,
if
right
you
now,
sound like it.
I
Now,
don't
let
think
it
you have to
go.
worry about it, Fork.
well, you ain't got to worry about it because you're not going to be close to it. But if you sound like Kristen Bell when you try to start singing some songs like Anna,
Things that.
then yeah, you're going to be busted. But and that's but the worst part, like we talk about, like they're just that powerful. They can do whatever the hell they want. It's sad. But I mean, I am happy at least Disney's finally, at least
oh
with
my
LucasArts.
God,
What
Nano.
happened? Oh shit! What did he say now? I can
Jesus.
see them try and copyright Lady with the
Ah,
gentle bass tone of the vibrator. So you fucking
Is that what that
Wait,
gong
what?
sound is?
Is
The
it?
whole time we're podcasting?
That's my
Are you
goal.
240 volts? Or are you just
Is it lower?
what's left in the
Lady
battery?
I have
really
those
likes
those like
podcasts.
vibrating
That's what that hollow sound is we hear on occasion.
all the time. All the time.
There it is.
God. But again, you know.
Well,
So it's not a gong song; it's a dong song.
actually, Avis,
Gong
you're
sound.
you're not allowed to parody depending on the company. They can
Exactly.
still come after you.
No,
Yeah, because-
parodies are immune. I'm telling you, like
no,
this is
No.
part of
No.
what I went
No.
to school
No,
for.
they're
They're not
not.
immune.
Yes, they are.
satire.
Husk,
Satire
Husk.
can be immune, but
Husk,
the problem
Husk,
is
hold on,
nothing's
hold on.
immune.
I get what you're saying, but what it comes down to is Disney or one of the other companies that's big enough will come in and say, "I'm going to take you to court," and you can say, "Well, it's immune." Okay, we'll still take you to court, and it'll come down to we'll keep appealing it because at the end of the day, we have more money than you. So you either A, change your shit, or I mean, that's what it comes down to.
If Saturday
We
Night
have more money
Live
than you.
does a parody, they could go after them for that parody, regardless of how big they are.
That's horse shit.
Yeah, if there's
Okay,
any
here-
financial
Well,
gain
all right.
on a parody,
companies
you could be
will
sued.
push
Hey.
the little guy around, but I'm telling you right
Here we
now,
go. Here
it
you
is
go.
illegal.
Listen.
You cannot actually. You cannot
Listen.
do that
Do
Since
you have the money to
copyright-
fight it?
Listen.
unless
Listen.
they've changed it since I was in school.
All right.
It
less than
comes
a
down.
fucking
Listen,
year ago.
hold on, wait, I got you. Since
No.
copyright law prohibits the substantial use of copyrighted work without permission of the copyright owner, and because such permission is highly unlikely when use is great as a parody, it may be necessary for a parodist to rely on a fair use defense to foresale any liability for copyright infringement.
That is fair use.
So,
that's exactly
Will
what
you calm
parody
down?
is.
They have
No, I
like,
can't because that was like the worst month of my fucking life. I was so pissed off at the stories and the shit they made me read. Like
Yeah,
I wanted to fucking
but-
so
take
US
it over
so
America.
just
and
like Fork
light it
said
on
though,
fucking
US law says, yeah, you don't need any rights or permission to do a true parody of copyrighted work due to the state of parody on an almost de facto base of exception, but you can still be taken to court
Yeah.
on other
It's like
cases because
it's like
it's-
Shingo just said.
you don't have the money.
Yeah, it needs
It comes down to how much of an asshole do they want to be because they can keep
Absolutely.
appealing it, and if you don't have enough money to keep the lawyer defending you, they're going to win.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They
I
just beat
mean,
you with money.
the song that I would
It's
play,
sad.
it was a parody called "Fuck It All." It
So
sounded
sad.
like the original song, the lady that sung it. So every time we would play that as the intro, boom! Within just a few minutes of the podcast being live, I would be.
What was that guy's name on American Idol? Michael Chang or something like that. The
Yeah.
like the worst
William
singer.
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
So get him to sing it, and then you
Was-
should be
wasn't
okay.
he-
Metal
Wasn't he the
style?
one that did like She Bangs or whatever?
yeah.
No, no, no,
She
no, no,
bang,
no, no,
she
no.
bang.
She Bangs. She Bangs.
She bang, she
William
bang.
Hey, how about the
and the worst part is we're more in rhythm than he was.
what about the dude that did the boots on the pants on the ground? What happened to
Oh,
that
the
guy?
other man. Oh,
I
man,
want to know
was
where that
funny.
guy came, where he went. He was popular for a while.
All right. Anyway, okay. We gave Disney hell.
All right, let's go. All right, what else we got?
All right. Did we talk about Ninja Gaiden?
No,
We
not yet.
didn't. No, we
No,
didn't talk
not
about
yet.
the guy that wants to be bought out.
William
out,
Hung.
so let's do
That's
this.
what it was. William
Oh,
Hung.
Oh, I didn't hear
Okay,
anything
you're,
about
what I
he
said.
can't make that game anymore because he hasn't been part of Ninja Theory for a while.
Yeah.
Or
well,
not,
that's
not
It's
not
not his.
necessary.
IP.
Well, at the end of the day, he'll make Ninja Garden, and it'll just be a ninja running around.
Oh my God.
And also,
Yeah.
Heads off of lettuce.
So it's gonna be
Ninja
Farmville with a
Theory
ninja.
new IPs.
But he did create a new studio, and that's the reason why he wants to be bought out. And I think it's smart and it's funny at the same time because it's like because I was on a podcast last night with Noof and we kind of talked about it as well because like it was it's funny because he's just sitting there like, hey, I want to be bought out too because y'all are spending a lot of money on people and I'm a Japanese guy. You only have one Japanese company. This would give you two. And I have a new company and I have IP ideas. Like I have new ideas. Come get me. And like he's literally begging to be paid.
No, he shot his shot. He said, "Whoa,
dude, yeah." And then he threw his credentials under. I made Ninja Gaiden. Come get me.
No, he did not make Ninja Gaiden. He made modern Ninja Gaiden.
Whatever.
And he made Dead or Alive.
Look, at the end of the day, they're probably not going to buy him. They'll move on to somebody else due to the fact that he's already tried to take a company to court. So it's like, yeah, we're just going to avoid you because
they may buy him.
They may just hire him
after looking at his credentials. I don't know. I mean, if you're actually sitting there asking somebody to buy you, there's probably a reason because you probably suck.
Either that or
that was what was fishy with me.
Up and you can't pay. So you're like,
well, the last game he made was on the Wii or Wii U, The Devil's Third.
The Devil's Third in 2017. Then he resigned from his director position and took on the adversary role.
Okay, but still, like this fucker's out there, like putting his best foot forward. Like, who are we to judge? Like, he could have some fucking amazing ideas behind him.
Look, so do hookers and prostitutes, but they're illegal.
I agree, but I also feel like he's kind of like Cliffy B too out there, be like, "Hey, happy birthday, Mr. Phil. Call me sometime."
Like, the difference is with that, Cliffy kind of got what he asked for.
Yep.
I mean, true.
But Cliffy wanted to get up on his high horse, which if you know Cliffy, he likes to do from time to time. He has ate some humble pie recently. Yeah. But when he got up on his horse with Lawbreakers and trash talking, Phil Spencer and everybody at Xbox, and the game blew up in his face, what did Phil Spencer tell him? He can always add it as an indie title.
Yep.
Because they asked him if he wanted to put it on the Xbox platform. He did not. And nobody on PlayStation wanted to buy it either. So,
hey, wait a second. Isn't Xbox the shooter box anyway? So
yeah, we're all shooter bros.
And the bad part, Xbox is what got Gears of War so famous, which made him $1 million.
Wasn't that game more like Overwatch? If I remember right.
It was, but you flew. I had it. The only reason I had it, I got it.
ABBA Cab. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't say, "Hey, buy me," but at the end of the day, it does kind of lean towards, "Hey, I'd be honored. Oh, I'd love to do this." I mean, in a way, it does lead to where he sounds like he wants to be bought out.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to sound like that. If I was in his shoes, I'd be trying to sell myself like that.
I mean,
absolutely. Like, that's what you have to do. Like, that is what you have to do. We're in a time of, like, you want notice. You want people to notice you. You have to fucking put yourself out. Like, that's how places for the most part.
Sometimes you have to do like Fork. You have to put on a pair of fish nets and go strut around the dumpster, to get some attention.
You paid for those fish nets. So I don't want to hear it.
Beside the point. You wore them.
This is true. But I mean, at the end of the day, he founded Valhalla. Then he resigns to take on an advisory role. So I mean, I don't know. To me, it's like, hey, buy this out. By the way, I'll probably leave. I don't know. To me, it just screams desperate.
Maybe he would, maybe he would just want to partner with him and create a game. Maybe they'll go that route, but who knows?
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, you can only be cocky so much before it bites you in the ass.
Chizno said, if he's not mistaken, the same guy was known as a womanizer at Tecmo, and he doesn't know how much Microsoft would want him. If that's true that he was a womanizer,
or Dead or Alive,
no one is touching you.
And he made Dead or Alive beach volleyball or ultimate beach volleyball or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh well, in that case, let's just buy him up. I mean,
I played Dead or Alive quite a bit, and there was a lot of physics added to that game that really didn't need to be added to a fighting game.
I'll say one thing: it plays good for a fighting game.
It would have been okay if they had the boob physics and added the ball physics. Then there wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, Victor, they can give him a chance, but after Ubisoft, all the problems and them going to Bean so they can flick it, at the end of the day, with everything going on, hashtag Me Too and whatnot, anytime it's talking about, yeah, most companies are going to steer clear of that because of the PR hit that'll come with it.
Oh, and to answer your response, yeah, dude, Cliffy's not hurting for money. He's got a house not too far from me, and he owns about 7, I think, restaurants in Raleigh because he doesn't live very far from me at all.
Who's
He
Cliffy
owns.
B?
He helped Gears of War,
Cliff
the
is-
original Gears of War at
Oh.
Epic Game.
I think he worked
And-
on the first 3, didn't he?
First 2, maybe 3. And a lot of people don't realize that he also did a lot of work helping them with Fortnite over at Epic.
I mean, if you got the skill, why not?
Oh, he's got the skill, but sometimes, his ego just got a little bit, higher.
Well, that can happen.
Yeah, it does. But, it is what it is.
Don't say you can suck a 12-inch cucumber unless you've done it.
Seems like he's doing well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he is. He's had his, humbling. But I know I follow him on social media, and he said he's thinking about creating another game. He doesn't want to be finished yet.
Well, I mean, it could come down to he's thinking about it, and the studio could approach him and buy the idea off him or whatnot. So that's one of those things. But
And for the last topic, let's talk about Ninja Theory,
We have 20
Yeah.
minutes left.
Project Mara.
True. Project Mara.
Am I the only person that thinks this shit just looks insane?
Oh, it's
I was
it's
surprised when they
hyper-realism.
showed the same game.
Inbound.
In a good way.
Inbound. Like it's coming.
I
Way
mean,
sooner than anticipated.
and what is this supposed to be like a sleep demon type thing, or
I don't know. The fact that it takes place in a single apartment.
Honestly, when I first heard the description of it, you remember that indie game where you're stuck in a room with the couple? That's one of the first things I heard or I thought of.
when I watched the video, my first thing was, yeah, it takes place in a single apartment and whatnot. But my more thing is, as realistic as it looks, what if this is just something that they're doing to then go from this to then another game and build off it?
I'm sure that's what they're doing.
I mean, watching the video, some of the stuff is kind of freaky how real it looks.
oh yeah.
And I mean, just
I wasn't the hugest fan of their last game. I tried to play it and I got really irritated with it. What was the name of it? That's how much.
Hellblade, I think.
Yeah, Hellblade. I wasn't. I mean, the game looked phenomenal. The sound was amazing. I just wasn't a fan of the game.
I wasn't either.
Not every game is going to be for you.
Fucking
So
loved it.
Exactly. But this one really has the it has the nipples hard.
I mean, even if it
I
doesn't
can suck glass
succeed,
right now.
if it doesn't even succeed, it's the fact that this is where gaming is going. If one company's doing it, other ones are looking at it, and it's freaky how real games are getting.
They're
Oh,
going to
but
be
now-
the next step. They are.
Think-
the
Well,
next
at least
step.
now with the ray tracing, they're finally bringing it back, that shine a little bit more realistic and better with the ray tracing. Because now that we have ray tracing, we took the Vaseline off our eyes and just oiled up everything else. Now they bring the oil back down from everything. Concrete should not shine.
Fuck you, yeah, it should. You grind the shit out of it and shine it with some shoe polish.
Or if it's raining.
That's it.
No, here's what you do, dude. If anybody says that to you, which I'm pretty sure that'll be what goes around when this game comes close to being released. The thing is, think about Team Bloober. A lot of their games, and there's a lot of other companies making these games now where you'll be in one room and it just changes the entire scene around you. You turn your back and then you're looking at a different
I keep
hallway.
hearing about this one room and it's giving me Raven flashbacks.
Like, did you guys see the captures, the still images of
Yeah.
of real and
Yeah, it's freaky
in
how
engine.
you're looking at it and it looks
Yeah.
exactly the same. On it's like
That
this
is
this is, but I
fucking
mean,
hyper
I
realism?
mean,
It's nuts.
at the end of the day, yeah, it's a small apartment, but like I said, it'll come to Game Pass. They try it out, it works. They can build a bigger game off of it. But I mean, I'm
The way
guessing
they're
with how
capturing-
hyper real it is, it's probably not going to be a small game as far as file size.
Yeah, the way they're capturing surroundings now, like the way they're trying to do it is going to end up setting the benchmark and a new standard, and they're going to. This has the potential to change fucking everything this generation.
Oh yeah.
Which is fucking mind blowing, because we're all excited about ray tracing and how fucking awesome it is, because it is. Like, lighting changes a scene drastically, but the fact that they can get photorealism into a fucking game engine, and you can walk past it and look at it and see like what you would see if I walked by my desk here or in a game, it's gonna look that same fucking way or damn near.
So your ball mark still be on that desk in the game, just like on your real desk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, so
shit.
I mean, Dealer released something today, and he's done it a couple other times on the fact that they keep increasing the power of the GPU on the Xbox Series X, which just makes everything better and better and better. And yeah, people were like, well, Ninja Theory is a small company. Well, this is why Microsoft bought Ninja Theory. This is what they're working on. Something so hyper realistic that it looks real, freaky real, which is a good thing. Because guess what? If they ever decide to push VR, people complain VR looks weird. Well, guess what? If you get a VR that actually is hyper realistic like this, that's where you want to go.
Just
And
don't make it like the
they've
Bethesda.
never said no to VR. They said, well, it's just something we're not focusing on right now.
Well, like I say, man, and I've got several VR units. VR is kind of in a dead spot. The best thing to hit VR was Half-Life Alyx.
I think it's in a dead spot. I think it's just one of those things that it just needs more companies grabbing it. But until Xbox embraces it, I think it's going to be where it's at.
And with Facebook being, all into Oculus, a lot of people don't like Facebook. A lot of people don't want, Facebook involved in their shit.
Yeah.
And they're not going to buy Oculus. I've got a couple of friends that actually sold their Oculus just because of Facebook.
Yeah.
It
No,
seems like PlayStation's going to quit doing VR because they've just been slowing down. And I think I can't remember the last game they made. It was a while ago.
I think it's one of those things that until more companies embrace it, it's kind of like, 3D. Yeah. All of us are old enough to remember going to the movie theater and the guy handing you the freaking glasses to put on, and it didn't fucking work half the time. The other half of the time, you're like, I don't see what's going on, or you'd only see blue because the red lens fucking fell out. And now we're getting TVs with it, and every 5 to 10 years, 3D comes around again. Oh, it's 3D! It's 3D!
Oh, fuck 3D.
Yeah. Well,
And then it died off again.
Yeah, it does.
what about that Brother in Arms game? Did that ever come out, or is it still coming out? Still in the works.
Still coming out, isn't
It's
it?
still in the works.
Okay.
I know Hitman 3 has VR support. You can actually go through all the Hitmans in VR.
Yes, you
I
can.
wouldn't recommend it because it looks
PSVR.
horrible, but
I'm telling you, once Xbox embraces it and more companies start for doing it, we'll see more and more VR games to the point of possibly that's where most games are going to be played.
I don't think Microsoft's going to really focus on VR for like almost 7 years.
No, I think within 5-6 years we'll start seeing VR on Xbox.
You'll see a
And
few.
and Dragonheart, to answer your question, I don't think it'll be in my lifetime.
I
Sadly.
think they're at 2%.
Oh, you're talking?
yeah.
Wow, you're talking about Ready Player One?
At
I
least
just
10
watched that
years
yesterday.
is what we'll be saying.
Dude, that's like 30 years, dude. We're gonna all be dead before we get to that
Longer
level
in
of
30 years. I think.
Whoa.
We're not even close. We could barely see just hands that are detached from a body on VR. Like,
Look,
give me a
let's be
shit
honest.
break.
In 30 years, we are going to be that guy with the wife yelling at us because we're still playing video games.
My
But at
wife
least
does
we'll be
that
in
now.
VR.
What does it matter in 30 years? 30 years between 1 year. My wife still yells at me for playing games. What does it?
And
does it matter?
Victor, thank you for
Yeah, I
being
won't
on
be here in
Super
30 years.
I don't even know how to respond to that because I don't understand the wife yelling at you for playing video games. I guess I don't know.
She hates them.
Mine understands why I do it, so.
And thank you for $2 super chat. Those graphics could put actors out of work. Yes, they could.
There's
They could
actually
never
Or put them back into
gra-
work.
Hold on, wait. I'm a little late getting into it. Are we talking about like Project Mara thing?
Yeah.
We were.
You need
now we're
you
gonna
ne- Okay, so for that graphic, you needed the actual actor to make that actually more realistic. So actually, it won't put actors out of work. So
It's like
Well,
making an action figure.
then
Those,
again, you
wrestling
got-
ones where they scan the whole body.
Yeah, well, you got Mark Hamill that already approved to have his image utilized throughout the rest of history for any time they want him to act. And what did they do in The Last Mandalorian? They got someone that looked like him.
Well,
don't
I
wanna
mean,
know.
Facial expressions, and it comes down to like, I mean, it's a
Hey.
big step when it comes to like fucking movies and TV, but it's different when it comes to gaming. In my mind, I don't know.
Yeah, but
They-
the same actors that do all this stuff, when they do, acting, they act as a voice actor too.
Oh,
So you're
absolutely,
taking their expressions, you're taking
Keanu-
their vocal
voice
cues.
actors need the
Keanu Reeves.
respect that they need to have. Like I
mean-
agree with that. Is that if that's what we're at?
Well, I mean,
Keanu
look-
Reeves is the latest example. I
Well, it
mean,
makes
before
more sense that they wouldn't have Mark Hamill act it.
before COVID hit, people were paying to go to concerts of Michael Jackson's holograms
Right.
and
what?
Ronnie
Oh, that's
James
just
Dio.
Yep.
And
Okay, that's-
Tupac.
Dude, I know people who went to see
there-
Queen.
Okay, that's
in
just stupid.
hologram.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
oh, I'm gonna go see.
Yeah,
First of all, that's just stupid.
there's Tupac concerts where you can watch Tupac perform.
The only
And-
3D
Yeah.
concert that ever made sense to me was the Gorillas because they're already animated.
Well, they
So
were the
it's-
first one to do that because they were animated and they didn't want to come out in public.
That's
In other words, we will have brain dances in the next 5 years, folks.
You're probably right. I hope to God not. Come on,
See,
please.
and that's the thing, Clowns and I had interviewed actresses when it came to the capture and all this. So you get to see that they're still going to be around. It's not like they're not going to go anywhere. And even if it is for a movie, you're still going to see them there. They're still going to be employed one way or another. Even if they don't do anything, they have their image once it's stored. Like I said about Mark Hamill, their image is stored. They'll still get paid for it in the future, or at least their family will. So
They
it
have
won't-
Carrie Fisher too.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a special one because of her sudden passing.
Yeah, that was different.
But they also had somebody stand in place of her to do that and then alter her face into Carrie's face back then.
Well, they have to
So-
do it with a lot of them because
But
they're
that's-
too old now. Like they don't have the physicality. You know what I mean? The look of when
Right.
that time period was.
When you didn't have enough films, who's that other guy? Kurt Russell. He's been in so many films ever since he was young up until now. So when they did Guardians of the Galaxy, they were able to reference a lot of his younger
Yeah.
images.
But dude, that dude still looks the same. I swear that dude don't age. Like he looks still like he does when from like Little Trouble or Big Trouble in Little China or whatever it is.
yeah, but
Like,
you
I
look at
swear
that.
dude doesn't change.
You look at that, and when he was first doing
just
Disney
watched
movies,
that. How
he's
weird.
he's the same, but he's different. I mean, he's just aged.
I mean, he's
We-
older. I mean,
We've
we all know
grown,
that.
but that's the
People
thing.
talk-
We've grown with these people, so we
That's
haven't
true.
noticed the change. You
Look-
ask somebody that's never seen him, they're gonna be like, "That's old, that's middle age, and that's young."
Yeah, look, all
Yeah.
I can say is just prepare yourself because we're all getting older. They're all going to start dying now.
No.
So pretty soon,
Dude, when I saw who is it? The dude that played in that stupid something away or whatever.
Someone died yesterday or Monday, and me and my wife remember watching them on TV, and it's like, oh dear God, this is when it's
the dude that played Woody in
Tom
Toy Story.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks. That dude, I swear, that dude is looking super old. And it's sad because it's like, damn, I didn't think he was that old, but I'm like, well, shit, he's been around.
It is so weird watching actors grow in front of you. Like
It really is.
I was watching Castaway. Like just
Ask him to pull
Castaway,
the-
that's it.
crying at the
I
fucking-
am good until Ozzy Osbourne dies.
Oh,
But anyway,
dude.
Well,
Oh,
don't worry,
I've
Post
seen
Malone
Ozzy
taught him everything.
Stay Alive.
Hey, he may be able to get that shit from Keith Richards and he'd be all right.
Victor, thank you for the $2 super chat. A Matrix game, but those visuals will be insane. I completely agree. And Mo, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Happy Wednesday, my beautiful friends. Cheers to y'all, and cheers to you too, buddy. And and Victor, thank you for the other $2 super chat. Happy New Year, and best to you all and the chat. And we are going to do our outros to get everybody out of here so I can get the show up on all the other podcast services tonight before I
Yes.
call it. And Clowns, tell everybody where they can find you, dude.
They can find me on Gaming Beyond the Box here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. 4 guys recorders Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and on the internet at Italian Clowns. And that's it. All right.
All right.
On to Dreadpool.
All right, Dread, tell them about where they can find you.
Oh, let's see. Twitter, Dreadpool, O's or Zeros, YouTube, Gamertag, and Stadia. Yes, still Stadia. All letters, all caps. Breaking Bread with Dread on anchor.fm/Dreadpool. Right here every night or every Wednesday night and throughout the week whenever we do stuff. Let's see. Fridays, Breakfast with Boom. And the interviews with 4 Guys with Quarters. And I think that's it, right? Did I get it all? I think so. So, oh yeah, that was the other thing. Bomber, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me on the old Twitter at HRBomber1414. Of course, Xbox and PlayStation at HRBomber. And, of course, here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, fuckers, you ain't going to find me nowhere else because this is where I'm at. Unless I happen to guest on somebody's show, which, like last night, I was on Noof's show, which was freaking a blast. So, shout out to Noof on that. But, yeah, other than that, I'm here, baby. And apparently, yes,
You're loved.
I'm whatever. I can't.
He is the unicorn in Green Monte Carlos.
great color, whatever. I can't.
The lane is on.
Damn it.
He drives a gray calamari.
Well,
We love the beard as
What
much
the
as the
fuck's a
beard.
gray calamari?
Well,
Yeah.
that's when you cook calamari and you don't cook it all the way with breading. It will actually turn a kind of grayish.
Yeah, it's like it's
no.
almost
How
a
do you
weird
drive
blue
it?
tint to it, like a light.
So when you drive it,
You give it a good thrust.
you give it
Oh, fuck. Go on, lady, your neck. Lady, your neck. I don't want-
You can find me on Twitter at lady_AF. That's LAIDY_AF. You can find me here every Wednesday with these fuckers that let me stay around for some reason. I don't even know. You can
because
also
you're awesome.
see me occasionally coming up on Fireside. I'm gonna have a little fucking thing in there if you want to know your weekly gamer horoscope. Catch me there, guys.
Emphasis on the whore.
It's not wrong.
I'm
No.
sorry.
Wait,
All
dude,
right.
that froze. I'll tell you.
Us,
230
Tell-
minutes.
tell everybody where they can find you, sir, and where they can return their Elvis vibrator.
You're just supposed to give it to the next person that wants it. So everybody signs a disclaimer just by touching it. So
I thought there was going to be a Fat Elvis version.
I don't
There
know.
is going to be a banana sandwich version.
You can maybe find me in an aftercast tonight. I'm not sure yet. Also, every Wednesday here, same time, same bat channel, and this Saturday, I have somebody on the show. I had no idea who the fuck they were until today. Like truly were Chef Mike.
Oh.
I don't know, like Rooster Teeth and Smosh. I don't know who half this shit is. So, yeah, we'll have Chef Mike on the creator feature this Saturday.
Rooster Teeth made Red versus Blue. That helps.
Yeah, they did.
I'm sorry. I thought it was funny. He's like, I don't know who the fuck this dude is, but he's on
We're
our
gonna
show.
have him on
I've been
the show.
talking to him since December
I can't-
sometime, and I don't.
We've done it.
I know. This is
The
100%.
best ever was when we had Rand on, and Leo's like, "Who are you?"
Oh, dude, that was
Oh,
that was
yeah.
literally legit the best thing ever.
Him
He's
and
like, who the
Opie
fuck are
both
you?
went
dude?
mute real
Oh,
quick.
yeah.
He's like, Rand,
that's
who
so
the fuck are
great.
you? Like, you're supposedly somebody special. Like, shit.
We've
Here we
actually had guests on Gaming Beyond the Box, and we're all in private chat and texting each other, going, "What the fuck did we get ourselves into? Why did we have this asshole on the show?"
Look,
Cheers. We'll see you
cheers, y'all.
in
Hey,
a little bit.
I did the same thing to Dealer too.
Everybody,
I
where
guess
they
who he was.
what dumpster you will be at this week, sir?
So I worked out a deal with Norman Marcus. I can switch dumpsters to the
Norman.
malls, so
Who
I
the hell
can
is
slowly
Norman Marcus?
work the dumpster scene. You can find me at Forkboy_Gaming on Twitter and Forkboy Gaming on Xbox. And the fuck are you doing, Bomber?
You
I'm
mean
just trying-
Newman?
Who the hell is that? Like
Newman
what story
Marcus?
is that?
What?
Newman?
What story are you talking about?
Norman Marcus. Newman Marcus.
Newman Marcus.
What the
I don't
hell is
fucking know.
Marcus.
Look, I don't know. I just know I got a dumpster. I don't give a shit.
Oh, okay. Are you good
Okay.
now?
All right, cool.
You catch us live this Friday. We'll be playing golf, and this Saturday I think
Golf.
we'll be
Golf?
playing.
Who the hell's playing golf?
Golf with your friends? Golf
Oh.
with your friends?
Wait,
Yeah,
golf with
clowns.
friends
We're
or actually
playing golf with
2K?
friends and Halo
Fucking
with Tushi and Fun Speculation and apparently like 90,000 other people this Saturday.
Oh,
with
damn it.
Halo.
I'll be at freaking work. This freaking sucks, y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh well, life happens.
Oh.
All right, Leo, tell everybody where they can find you before Lady throws up.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. Leonidas 1084 everywhere. Where can they find you, Wilmy?
She had that look on her face like she was about to puke there for a second. You seen it?
I was just thinking about Halo on Saturday.
Ah,
Do you fucking want to play
What
this
is
Saturday?
Halo? What's Halo?
Halo sucks.
You know,
It
I
really,
want to go
really
through
sucks.
Halo, all the
Halo
campaign all over again.
high attitude little opening. But anyway, you can find me here every Wednesday night. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram,
Grinder.
Xbox, no, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch,
Tinder.
all the places.
Tinder and Grindr.
Oh,
Hey, I
you know-
found out today from one of the nurses I work with that Reddit has a porn section.
Wait, what? Reddit?
I saw it, Jago.
What would Why would Reddit have a porn section? What they're just
Says
complaining
Craigslist
about it?
pants.
I'll send it to you,
Have
Palmer.
you
I was
seen-
actually
Okay,
kinda
please,
shocked.
please do. I'm really curious.
But I'm not 100% sure if there will be an Ask Wilmy tomorrow night. I will let you know in the morning. I really haven't had time to get anybody set up yet, so you can throw eggs at me in the chat. It's all fine. I don't think we got anything else we need to add, folks.
Nope.
Anybody? Weird random thoughts? This is time to throw them out right now.
All right, random thought. Oh shit.
What the fuck was that?
It was a raptor.
My inner elephant came out.
Oh. Well,
Ah.
zip him back into your zipper, okay? We don't need him on this particular podcast.
Ramity Frog here. Welcome
You're
to
so bad at it.
Thursday Weekly News
But
Roundup.
no,
No.
everybody, just fucking game. I don't care what you play on. Just fucking
Don't you
game.
tell me what to do, motherfucker.
Just literally. I don't care if you suck off freaking Jim Ryan, then suck him off. Whatever, that's your prerogative. I don't give a shit.
What the fuck's going on with our thumbs down? That's some
It
weird
doesn't
shit.
matter. Who cares? That means they still had to come in here and give us a thumbs down.
No, we
No,
don't have
but
No,
it.
it hasn't happened.
No, we were up to
well,
like
good.
3 of them. They all disappeared. So
That's because apparently someone screamed like a goddamn raptor and scared them.
Silverbird
Look.
is having to change a heart with all of his fake accounts.
They got tired of all the abuse from us.
To be honest.
Bomber, I sent you what you need to search for on Reddit.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, time to have fun. Oh, you did. Is that what you're supposed to search in the engine? Damn it! I don't need to
The
search
Reddit
that,
search engine and OG.
It's over.
dude. You search that and any Google, you can Google that and find that.
But
What
it's
the
on
hell?
Reddit, which is
Why is
supposed
it
to be
on
an
Reddit?
information hub.
All right, Reddit. Here we go.
Is that where Microsoft on Discord on Reddit?
Everybody, have a great night. Have a
Peace
great
out.
week.
Have a great night.
Happy gaming, everyone.
This is y'all.
Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
smell my finger.
Pages
Yo, holy shit! Reddit has big dongs.
Couldn't have timed that any better.
perfect timing, Bomber. That's what I like to see.
No, but seriously, smell my finger.
Gaming beyond the box, dropping the big dog.
Dr. Fork has taken the laughing gas.
Oh my god! That could not have been done better.
I don't know what I signed up for.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
That is not what I told him to search on Reddit, by the way. Big dogs.
I was actually going to pause the show to let you guys know the teacher of the year.
What?
And the lady got teacher of the year, and
Teacher.
she gave the students oral sex twice in the classroom in Texas.
Oh damn it! What class is that? Wait, what class?
Growing up.
So I
What
mean,
class is that? Damn, I need to be in that
I
class.
gotta
Shit.
stand back up.
What's
All
up
right.
with these? What's up with these teachers though, man? That ain't right. Where
my
were they when we were in their class?
cafeteria.
Because when we had them in class, they were like 200 years old. You didn't want that from
True.
them.
That's so true.
Yeah, there was no hot teachers when
Oh
I
my
was.
god!
I
I
had
found it.
I had a hot teacher.
I had 2 hot teachers, and that
I
was
had
it.
a hot fucking teacher.
Hey, one wore a short skirt, and I swear somebody got it. I don't
Look,
know
the
who
only
did.
hot teacher I had in high school was a lesbian, and that wasn't gonna
Hey,
go the way I wanted.
That's okay too. Whatever, I'll watch.
All right,
What
now
are
that
we doing
note, we are actually out of here unless I catch another good one.
That's a huge stick.
Was that
hole's okay, right?
Tighter the better. Just spit on it.
Fort, get your finger out of your mouth.
Why would they put it in that hole? Is somebody seriously not gonna smell my finger?
Remember, there's always a third one.
You said you wanted to bring a friend. I didn't mean to do